Hey everyone, it's me, Doomlink, and welcome back to the 7th part of my... What is it again? It's the Ocarina of Time live stream playthrough. I did say that it's the 7th part, didn't I? Yes, I did. I can't talk today. We're going full natural lighting for this recording. It looks pretty damn bright, I do realise that. Hopefully it becomes a little less bright outside and then I can actually do something with it. But at this stage I can't really say to the sun, would you mind being a little less bright? It's causing me to be a little bit too illuminated on the webcam when I'm doing my recordings. Thanks, sun. So, yeah. No, it's not so much the sun itself, it's more the clouds. Maybe I should ask the clouds to, hey, maybe cover the sun a little bit. The sun is never any less bright. It's the earth and what it does that causes the sun to be more or less bright. I just gave you some very interesting and informative information. Anyway, welcome back to Ocarina of Time. I think it's been 2 or 3 weeks since I last recorded this. I have to confess I'm absolutely sick of listening to the theme of this dungeon. I've been setting up while having this menu screen open, and I've been listening to this OST, and I'll be one of the first people, of course, to go out and say, well, I actually love the Ocarina of Time music. It's one of the only good things about the game. And, yeah, and all of that business, but the Forest Temple theme is definitely not one of those good-sounding OSTs from the Ocarina of Time. All good-sounding tracks from the Ocarina of Time OST. This is a great day today for commentaries. I have to say sometimes, well, usually actually, I'll just sit down and just do the commentary and it will come out great, but today is not one of those days. I'm not articulating well, but anyway. We will push onwards regardless. So I had to actually have a look at my own past Let's Play to see what I had to do next. For whatever reason, I wasn't able to work out how to continue. Can we not? Alright, go in the door, please. Just ignore the wolfos. Of course, we will make use of... What is it again? Farrell's Wind. Yeah, you cast Farrell's Wind. Return to the warp point, please. Alrighty. So this is where we left off, I think, more or less, yeah. So I was kind of confused as to how to continue, and I don't really know why I was confused as to how to continue, but anyway. I'm about to be attacked by that thing. So it's not actually through this door that I want to go, I just sort of did that so that I could get out of the way of the Wallmaster. Yes. I always go to think, is it Wallmaster or Floormaster? I can never seem to work that out. Immediately, that is. Oh. Well, this hallway isn't twisting. What's going on with that? I thought it was supposed to be twisting or something. Oh, see how there's a locked door? I need a key. So where the hell am I going exactly? Oh, I think I know. Alright, let's, this is the whole reason why I need to... Okay, I was just confused because there are 2 rooms that look like this, right? In this dungeon. I thought I was in the other one. That was my point of confusion. So, we're going to go to the other room that looks exactly like that one. Not confusing at all. Also, the spot that we're in right now looks exactly like another area in the dungeon. It's past this door over here, so I was a little bit confused as to where I was. I am now reiterating, but the point is that I'm no longer confused and we can actually work out what the hell we're doing. So our current task is to go and get a key, and we're going to do that, hopefully. And I did refresh my memory on how to do that by looking at my past Let's Play, because apparently 2015 me had a better idea of what the hell was going on in this dungeon than 2019 me. Which is not a big surprise, because, well, for whatever reason I couldn't work it out in the previous recording. I was wanting to finish up anyway, but, yeah, regardless. Hi, Gaming50, welcome to the live stream. Nothing is up specifically, apart from me playing Ocarina of Time, but thank you for your greeting regardless. You can maybe die or not. You can perhaps instead get hit by my... I was going to say long shot, but it's actually hook shot. It's not yet a long shot. I do believe the long shot is in this game. I forgot what dungeon it drops from, though. We'll hit the eye. So this was what I failed to do last time. How I failed to do it, I don't know. Probably because I didn't use my brain at all, but that's alright. I am now using my brain, and I am therefore now doing this. I don't know why I feel the need to put away the bow like that. I actually have to stop and stand still for, I think, 3 seconds until I'm given the option to put that away. So in other words, it's very inconvenient. That was not what I wanted to do, because as you can see, I just missed the fucking... Okay, is there a warp point? You know what? I'm pissed off. I'm officially pissed off, and I think I'm going to reset the game, because I cannot put up with that shit. So, let's just see. I'm going to... Oh, I don't have the magic to cast Farrell's Wind. Okay, we're definitely resetting. So what just happened was I was supposed to go to the fucking... whatever it's called. Boss chest. Boss key chest. And I dropped down the hole. Now, I do intend to drop down the hole, but not before getting to the boss key chest, if you understand. Yes, I will return to the warp point, and I thought for a second the game froze. If you could see what I was looking at there, it did somewhat appear as... Oh no, I'm going the wrong way again. Alright, so... How long have we been recording? 6 minutes, so we're going to pretend... Oh. It's always good when you're recording Ocarina of Time and people still want to talk about Dark Souls 3. I mean, nothing against you guys, but anyway, Breath of the Wild isn't a real Zelda because it doesn't end with a dramatic ping-pong match with Ganon. That I can agree with. Although the confrontation with whatever it's called, Ganon in Twilight Princess was probably my favourite with the fishing rod, you know. Not that using the fishing rod was a natural part of the confrontation, but of course, just being able to... I mean, between using the bottle in this game and using the fishing rod in Twilight Princess, I know which of those two is more epic, and it's definitely the fishing rod. But regardless... No, Breath of the Wild is not a real Zelda game, and that seems to be what I talk about every time I record Zelda as well. It's always... So, when I record anything to do with the Souls series, the topic is Dark Souls 3, and when I record anything to do with Zelda, the topic is Breath of the Wild. You just can't get away from the most recent game, can you? Even if you're not playing it at that time. But I do understand that people do enjoy talking about such things, so I won't have an issue with that. I say, as I apparently have an issue with it. Alright, so we're going to actually kill... Please, can I have a target system that is not entirely shit? That would be great. Oh my god. So, one thing that I don't understand about these skulls is the fact that you can pretty much be... You can watch your sword go through them, right? So clearly they've made contact, and the sword does not actually hit and deal damage. It's very bizarre. Maybe it's a dice roll combat system, and I only just now realised, after having played this game for so long. Can we just please hit it? I do not ask for complicated things. I ask only to swing my sword and for it to make contact. That's all I want. Generally pretty simple in most games. Okay, so we're almost 10 minutes in, and now we've finally gotten to the point where I feel like I'm progressing from nothing. Nothing being the start of the recording and not playing the game yet. Alright, so we're not going to drop down the hole this time. I'm going to drop over here. We'll go to the chest, open the chest, come open it. What do you want, a written invitation? For fuck's sake. That's definitely right, Maximo. I would agree that Twilight Princess is a better game than Ocarina of Time, but of course, because Ocarina of Time was the first of its kind, it was technically more innovative. But yeah, Twilight Princess gets a bad rap, and what I don't understand is that it's generally the same fucking people who want to give Twilight Princess a hard time as the people who say Ocarina of Time is the best thing since sliced bread, and I'm sitting here going, you do realise Ocarina of Time is dog shit, right? Like, okay, it's not dog shit, that's going a little bit too far, but look, it's not 1998 anymore, okay? Sorry, I was about to say Breath of the Wild. Ocarina of Time didn't age so well. Whereas Majora's Mask is fucking timeless. That's the difference between Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. That's the difference between a good Zelda game and a not so good Zelda game. Said those two in the wrong order. Made it sound as if I'm talking about Ocarina of Time being the good Zelda and Majora's Mask being the bad one. Of course, I do mean the opposite of that. Oh, you fucking dickhead. You're so funny, you know that? My warp point's gone, isn't it? I'm not going to reset a second time, because then that's going to really be annoying. Here we go. I can't wait to go all the way back. You know, this has been the biggest waste of fucking time that I've ever had while recording this game. And I wasted a lot of fucking time in my first Let's Play of this game. It was not a happy Let's Play, I can assure you that much, because I was wallowing in the frustration and anger that I was feeling towards Ocarina of Time during the, I think, 43 to... No, I think it was 46 parts that I did of that Let's Play. That was a miserable fucking Let's Play. And I vowed to myself that I'd never Let's Play this game again. Why am I sitting here doing a live stream playthrough of it, you ask? Well, because I actually ended up getting it on its original platform. And I do honestly appreciate the game a bit more when I'm playing on the controller it was designed to be played with, as well as on the original console. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why. I've explained why, but I'm not going to go into it again, because the viewers get enough repetition elsewhere without me also repeating things constantly. Repeating things of my own, that is. But, yeah. I'm not a huge fan of people who want to talk down about Twilight Princess. Twilight Princess had everything that made Ocarina of Time good on paper. It had good dungeons. It had lots of different items that you could use. The adventure that you had in Twilight Princess was just as immersive, if not more immersive, than any other Zelda adventure that you had before that point, and after. And yet everyone wants to say that it's a shit game, except it's not. I do understand that there were some parts that maybe were not as good as others, like for example, having to play as Wolf Link. I do agree that playing as Wolf Link was not always the best thing, and you were kind of forced to play as Wolf Link for various portions of the game, and the game was so long, really, when you think about it, that those were pretty short periods of time in the overall experience of playing the game. And as well as that, I mean, what else was bad? I can't really think of many things that were bad. I think Wolf Link is really it. I think maybe the fact that it was on the Wii was probably bad, but I never played it on the Wii. I always played it on GameCube, so I can't really relate to that issue. So, what did I have? Oh yeah, I got taken by the Wall Master. Can you fuck off, you insufferable piece of shit? Just can't fucking stand this game sometimes. I mean, I'm alright with it now. I'm somewhat alright with it. But fuck, it annoys me from time to time. Yeah, I do remember the original tech demo. Oh, I thought you meant the tech demo from, I think it was 2000. Or was it 2001? I can't remember. It was the one that came before Twilight Princess. Or came before, sorry, I'm confusing myself. It was the tech demo from around 2000 or 2001 that depicted a sort of more advanced version of Ocarina of Time, which ended up being more like Twilight Princess, but instead people got Wind Waker and everyone was upset because that tech demo was a bit different. I don't remember the Zelda Wii U tech demo, actually. I only remember announcements being made about Zelda Wii U and all of that. But, yeah, I don't have too much positive to say about Breath of the Wild, to be honest. It's not a Zelda game to start with. I think all positives to do with Breath of the Wild are related to the fact that it's an alright game on its own. Like, you can't really say anything positive about it as far as the series is concerned. What am I expected to do with you? Do I have to... Oh, okay, well, whatever, that worked, apparently. Oh, now I've got the little ones, son of a bitch. If you could just target, that would be so lovely, you know? When I'm in range to target, and I press Z, I want to actually Do I have to... Can I move to avoid that shit? Oh, and now you're green. Now I can't hit you. Oh, you've got to be eating my ass. Fucking shit. Die! The combat in this game makes me want to stick needles under my fingernails. I'd rather do that. Doesn't make me want to do that, it's just, I'd rather. Okay, so that was not fun, but at least I got through this room. Did I get a chest with a small key in it? Yes, I believe so. But yeah, I never did, I don't think I ever saw a tech demo for Zelda Wii U back before it was coming out. I think I was first hearing about Zelda Wii U in 2013 or something like that. And then in 2014 it started to gain a little bit more traction, and I was thinking, shit, this is going to be really good. And like you, I was expecting it to be Twilight Princess 2 as well. In fact, I was expecting it to be Twilight Princess, but with a huge overworld. No, actually. We got shrines. Anyone who thinks shrines were a good substitute for dungeons was clearly taking some sort of substance. Probably an illegal one. Is this where I want to be? No. I want to go in this direction. My analog stick is a bit sticky, get it? Yeah, it's not really being as responsive as I would like it to be. Yeah, shrines are fucking terrible, and I've got no desire to go through shrines. When I think about playing Breath of the Wild, and I think most people feel the same, to be honest, the appeal is not going through shrines. The appeal is exploring the world. And shrines are not a part of that exploration process, or at least not a part of the exploration process that people enjoy. So, yeah. What are shrines? They're just a shitty aspect to the game is what they are. Whereas dungeons in Zelda before that point were quite different. I find dungeons to be a bit of a, not necessarily a highlight of the older games, but they definitely weren't annoying to go through. Like as you would go through the motions of clearing a dungeon, it was enjoyable. You felt like you were achieving something, and it was entertaining enough. And you'd get that new item, and you'd use it to finish the dungeon, and then you get a nice boss fight. But where the hell is the gratification in doing a shrine? There isn't any. It's just a oftentimes shitty little puzzle, and then you clear it, and you see the same fucking scene with the guy sitting on the throne, or whatever it is, and then you get a spirit orb. It's like, great. I'm so enthralled by this experience. Not? But anyway. There we go. I need to move like in line with my microphone, so I'm not... I feel like I'm moving to the side slightly to talk into it, which is obviously not ideal mic positioning. But if you put a link in the chat, it actually didn't appear. It might appear for you, but it didn't appear for me, and if it didn't appear for me, it likely didn't appear for anyone else. It was probably automatically... I don't know, removed by some sort of chat filter of sorts. But anyway. I'm rather thirsty today. But yeah, seriously. I look really bright, and again, I can't really control this. It is pure natural lighting. But anyway. I do apologise for the constant blinking sound of low health. I can't really control that. But, yeah. Let's go head over here. But yeah, I'm really not excited for Breath of the Wild 2. In fact, Breath of the Wild has done many things that has bothered me. As far as changing the series is concerned. People appreciate it as a Zelda game. They should not appreciate it as a Zelda game. They should appreciate it as a Zelda spin-off. But of course, instead we have depictions of Link these days, not with the outfit that I'm wearing here, but instead those blue clothes. Maybe it looks cooler, I don't know, but it's not Link. Link doesn't wear that. He does in Breath of the Wild, because Breath of the Wild is a fucking spin-off. But, yeah. I don't like it when Link is now depicted in those blue clothes. It's not how he should be depicted. It's like if all of a sudden I decided that Link should be depicted in the fucking Goron tunic for the rest of time. No. Anyway. So we need to line this up with another torch, I think, is that right? Ah, I see. So this is probably going to be a little bit finicky with this analog stick, but I'll try. Basically what you want to do is just keep on target with that thing and then... Ugh, there we go. It's all about keeping target with the eye, and then you just time it, right? Once you line up with the whatever. I can't think or speak today. You'll have to forgive me for that. Where the hell am I going? Am I going back into there? Oh, I must be. Yeah, that's right, because it did change the hallway that I'd just come through. Oh yeah, don't worry. I'm one of the first to jump. Well, I'm one of the last people to jump on a bandwagon, I should say instead. I really don't appreciate Breath of the Wild because it's fine on its own as an exploration game. But as soon as you put it in the context of the Zelda series, no, I'm not interested at all. And I have no interest in the Zelda series becoming what Breath of the Wild is, because I don't want a Breath of the Wild 2. I want Breath of the Wild to be this one-off... Not again! I'm trying to... I'm trying to have a conversation, and this fucking Wall Master is killing me. Stop. Anyway. Really getting the shits with this. But anyway. In other news, actually not in other news, I'll continue what I was saying before. I don't want a second game. I want Breath of the Wild to be a one-off. I'm not going to be too particularly offended if Breath of the Wild is just that game and that's it. And then we'll return to Zelda, not something that's not Zelda. But if Breath of the Wild 2 comes out, it's going to further instill this formula into the series. And then at that point, it's going to become Zelda. As it stands, Breath of the Wild isn't necessarily Zelda, in the sense that this is now how the series is going to continue, because it's just one game. But as soon as you get two games that are like that, where you've got shrines all over the place, there are no dungeons anymore, you've got a different sort of system when it comes to exploring the world. You've got like a warp system that's linked to these towers, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. I actually don't mind the towers. I was trying to... What was it that I was looking for? I was looking for some other point, but I've lost it now in amongst my thoughts. But anyway, I don't want another Breath of the Wild, but everyone else does because they're fucking brainless. If you know anything about gamers, as a majority of people, they're pretty fucking stupid. So, yeah. That's why I would never desire, I mean this is a slightly different topic, but I would never desire to have a large audience on YouTube, because what happens is, as soon as you get a large group of people together on the internet, what follows is a certain percentage of complete stupidity, and I do not envy that in people who have large communities of people that watch their content. And I see, it's not just in gaming, it is in gaming more than anything else, because the gaming communities are just wow. But I see it in all sorts of things. Technology communities, oh, what have I done? Can I get back up? I think I can, there's a ladder. Yes. Technology communities in particular, you can't grab me while I'm on the ladder, can it? Just get the fuck away from me, please. I did not need to get taken to the start again. I've wasted so much time in this dungeon doing things that are not the objective, because I've been walking around trying to get from place to place. Whether it be resetting or... Why would you do that? Don't just jump over the fucking thing randomly. I'm just trying to move. Stop. What was my point again? Oh yeah. Whenever you get a large group of people together, a lot of stupidity follows, particularly on the internet, and particularly in gaming. So if you've got a crapload of people who find interest... If you find a crapload of people who find interest in Breath of the Wild, what happens is everyone gets together, and the stupidity that arises as a result of this large gathering of people is stuff like, oh, Breath of the Wild is the best game ever. Oh, I want Breath of the Wild 2. As in Breath of the Wild number 2, not T-double-O. they also want Breath of the Wild, in that sense. What the hell is... What am I achieving by being here? There's nothing here. Oh, I can hear a... Is that a gold sculptor I can hear? Where is it? Is it above me? I don't know, I don't really care about gold sculptors anyway. But yeah, of course, there's also the fact that you follow the success, you follow the money. What succeeded? Breath of the Wild. So what do? We continue with the formula because it worked. Fuck off. Anyway, so Link, watch out, the ceiling is falling down. You're right about that. So we need to actually look to see what squares are safe. I think it was this one, is that right? I could actually be wrong. We'll see. I think I'm wrong. I think it was the one next to it. I had a feeling. It wasn't the one next to it, it was the one underneath it. Alright, we'll try that again. I'm going to avoid this sculptor. I know nothing about the new God of War. I've never really paid attention to God of War. And that always went under my radar. We're gonna go to the Switch next. Or the button. What does that do? Removes the bars? Rightio. I can probably make it to the other side in time. Oh, never mind. Glad I didn't attempt to do that. But yeah. That's one of the reasons why I did not like seeing the Souls series become mainstream, because what was a Souls community turned into the mainstream gaming community because literally everyone played Souls. What happens then? What was once a community is now complete and utter retardation, because that's what the mainstream gaming community is. Complete and utter retardation. And if Zelda also enters the mainstream to the extent that Breath of the Wild did, well, what happens there is the Zelda community becomes complete and utter retardation. So, yeah. And it's not a holier-than-thou sort of way of looking at it at all. I don't think that I'm particularly better than anyone, it's just... Oh, here we go. It's not that I think I'm particularly better than anyone, it's just that there are some dumb fucking people out there. And I'm not one of those very dumb fucking people. In most cases, anyway. And I'm just observing where they all like to congregate, that's all. Dear God, I don't really know where this is going. I think I've got this right. I think that just goes there. Oh, I think that needs to go underneath, does it? See how the graphics are sort of messing up there and it makes it look like there's a separation? It's making things a little harder. Is that... No, that's not right. It needs to go one more. I hope I can get that last block. I think that's... Yeah, that block is supposed to confuse you. You actually don't need to do anything with that block. See? Hello. So you are the 3rd out of 4 that need to die. But yeah, anyway, I'm not having a great commentary day, so unfortunately I can't really get my thoughts out as clearly as I normally would. But seriously, I'm not a fan of mainstream gaming communities. Just have a look at the comment section of any really popular YouTube video and you'll see what I mean. Once you get a big group of people together on the internet, retardation ensues. So, I try not to be a part of that. Well, I don't try not to, I'm just not a part of it, actually. It's generally how it works. Alright, catch you later, Maxima. And hello, Shadow Elf on Twitch. That is a dead fucking Poe. But yeah, I enjoy smaller communities. If I were to ever... Well, to start with, if I ever got a large following of people on YouTube or Twitch or whatever, I prefer to get a following on YouTube than Twitch. That's why I don't keep any of my videos on Twitch. I just use that as a live platform. But if I were to ever get a big following, I would think first and foremost, shit, I'm doing something wrong, let's do something else. So we can get rid of that large following. And then, second of all, I would be very bothered, because then all of a sudden I wouldn't have a community, I'd have a bunch of people who think they're funny, making, I don't know, meme jokes or something, when they're actually not funny at all. Oh, maybe we fight the last Poe here. I think that's how that works. Yeah, okay, cool. And he's got a weird head. Okay. Just do what you need to do. I don't know which one we're supposed to hit, but whatever. Okay, that one apparently. I think it's the one that's always behind you. In fact, I think it spins to show you which is the real one. Yeah, it's always the one behind you. What an intense battle. I'll just stand here. I seem to have the most space. Did it target the right one? Yes. Apparently it did. Found me on YouTube through my Monster Hunter videos? That's cool. I do essentially use YouTube as my main place of content creation. Because that's where I always have done content creation since 2009. And that's also where I discovered Let's Playing in general. So I have no particular interest in Twitch generally, but I use Twitch as a means to sort of expand my horizons in a way. But yeah, I'm glad you found me. I'll be done with Ocarina of Time soon, and then I'll move on to a different game with the livestream playthrough series. And I haven't really decided on what game that will be yet. I don't think it will be Kingdoms of Amalur, because I'm planning on doing a 10-year anniversary livestream for Monster Hunter 3 Tri, which will be in April of next year, and I don't think that I can do all of that I want to do, all of what I want to do with Kingdoms of Amalur within that time. I might be able to, but I don't really want to risk it, and I don't want to do more than one livestream playthrough at a time. So what I might end up doing is do Castlevania 64 next, maybe? We'll have to see. What's with the bars? I'll work it. Oh, that's right, you have to push it. I forgot about this. Okay, well, let's push it once in this direction. There we go. See what that's changed. Need to adjust my chat window here so I can actually see the whole chat. That might help. Again, I'm doing all my chat monitoring on this screen now, as opposed to a laptop in front of me, because my laptop's dead, so that's kind of annoying, but anyway, hopefully I can still monitor the chats reasonably well. It seems to be working fine. Alright. And now we have access to something. I don't know exactly what, but hopefully we'll work that out. I suppose it was something that we can't get to right now. Where were we standing previously? That is the question. I think it was here, so we want to push it in this direction. We're currently going counterclockwise, but it should be fine. What now? Was that giving us access to the boss door? As you can see on the map there. Oh, we've got another switch. Rightio. I really should use the word button instead. Thought for a second it was timed. I nearly shat myself, but anyway. Push it again. Can we go anywhere now? Oh, it's a Skulltula. And I think that's a chest behind it. Probably rupees inside the chest, I would guess, because I have the compass now. Actually, the compass isn't in a small chest. Oh, it's an arrow. Did that say a bundle of arrow? I hope it didn't. I don't think it did. It's just me not reading it correctly. Although there have been times when I've played video games. I can't actually remember what game specifically, but I would read it and go, am I going crazy? And then I'd read it again and I'd say, that's grammatically incorrect. But anyway. Just a funny thing. Another switch. Or button. How many of these are we fucking opening? Jesus. Can we go to the boss door now? I think so. Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. Let's go fight the boss. I'm so done with this place. I'm so done with this music as well, actually. Really, really done. So this is going to be Phantom Ganon. And it's a rather interesting fight. I actually really like the idea of this fight. What is going on? What would you like me to... Oh. So you have to try to leave. And then you're allowed to fight the boss. How did you get your horse in here? That is one question that needs to be asked. That's a lovely smile you've got going on there. Puts his helmet on. For some reason, evil spirit from beyond, Phantom Ganon. I guess the helmet helps in some way. Maybe it's magical. Maybe it allows him to go inside the paintings. Alright, so I don't know which painting he is supposed to appear in. How am I supposed to tell which is the real one? It's the one that has the portal, I guess. Yeah, here we go. Shit, I missed, I think. Did I get it? I guess that counted as a hit. Alright. Again, we'll watch to see for that. Strange, I think there's only one that was appearing there. Whereas last time it was two. Maybe it was a glitch. Most glitches in this game have been ironed out in the PAL version. Here we go, let's just assume it's him. There we go. Oh, okay, now it's time to play a game of catch. Or a game of whatever you want to call it. That was not quite on target. Thank you for that. Let's go, mate. Am I supposed to hit you with... Why is it off target? What's going on? Do I need to hit you? Apparently not. Aren't I hitting these back? Why is it off target? I don't understand. I'll do a spin attack then. How am I... Am I too close to you? That wouldn't seem like the issue if it's going off target. Alright, I'm a bit further away now, so maybe it'll... Why do I have to be further? Isn't it harder for me if I'm closer? That makes no fucking sense. It would make sense if it went off target if I were too far away, because maybe it would drift. But if I'm too close, that makes no fucking sense. This game is so dumb. Okay, can I just stay away from me then? Just give me some distance. Oh my god, fuck this game. Go on, here we go. Let's try it again. I absolutely love this because you get a great shot of the fucking railing, but not a great shot of the bloody boss fight. Come on. Oh, there we go. And then I get to cross the whole frickin' boss room to go and hit you. Well, hopefully I don't have to do this too many more times. Getting another great shot of the railing. Oops, immediately worked this time. Can you just die, please, or something? Please, or something. I look very blue. Maybe that's the whole idea of the boss fight. They make you go to a distance where the railing's in the fucking way. Oh, can you stop? Just... Why doesn't he just position himself at a distance where it's going to work to hit back his attack? Oh wow, the railing's not in the way. What the fuck is going on? There we go. Die, please. I don't want to keep doing this. Can we just maybe call it a day? No, don't come closer because we know that's not going to work. Here's a good spot, right with the railing in the way. The camera is actually adjusting itself so that the railing is not quite as much in the way. I said before it actually... Shit! Yeah, it is a great view. I more hate this game than love it, really. But, Do what you need to do. What is this rainbow shit? I don't care. Couldn't give a fuck. Just get it done with. And we'll continue. Yeah, great. Can I hit you? Apparently not. Just... I'm begging for Wind Waker Phantom Ganon at this point. At least he was consistent. This thing moves so slow that I fall asleep before I hit it back, pretty much. I suppose it does start going faster, but... Oh shit, I thought it was done. Okay, there we go. Let's roll this time. I can't roll. That's why I didn't attempt to before, I suppose. Oh, he's finally fucking dead, and he's doing a dance in the air, and then he's finished with his dance, and then he burns to death, or something. That was really annoying. A person on YouTube named Age Restriction says, I think I want my cock on your nose. That's a lovely thing to say. But you have defeated only my phantom. When you fight the real me, it won't be so easy. Actually, it'll be slightly less annoying rather than less easy, but anyway. What a worthless creation that ghost was. I will banish it to the gap between dimensions. Anyway, I'm not going to try and interpret what this guy has said. I want my cock on your nose, he said. So his cock on my nose. But why would the cock be on my nose? Wouldn't he want it to go in my nose? Like, well, is he going to take his cock out and rest it on my nose? Like, what is that going to achieve? Might make for a funny picture, but if he's really trying to get into something, maybe, like, you know, really have a good time, then he'd probably want to put it in my nose. But he didn't say that, he said on my nose. And he spelt cock with K-O-K. So I suppose he was trying to avoid a chat filter of sorts, but docking with me. But that's not... It's not even what that is. He wants to rest his cock on my nose. Anyway. That's always fun. Now we've got this... what sage is it? Oh, it's Saria. I know this girl. Thank you. Because of you, I could awaken as a sage. I am Saria, the sage of the forest temple. Yes, I do know who you are. So she doesn't get older. I was thinking in my head that she got older, but she doesn't. So, obviously shipping these two is kind of on the edge of pedophilia, but anyway. No, you don't have to explain it to me. Because it is... I can't read and I can't speak today. Because it is destiny that you and I can't live in the same world. Yeah, rightio. I will stay here as the forest sage and help you. Thank you for that. Now please take this medallion. Will do. Yeah, today is not a commentary day. Sometimes I just don't have commentary days, but that's alright. Because when I sit down and do a recording, it's very casual. And usually I'll just be able to whip out whatever I whip out. And today is not one of those days where I whip things out. But, this person in the YouTube chat named Age Restriction has decided to whip it out in my stead. So that's very nice of him. But his penis will not have any sort of contact with my nose. Mostly due to the fact that there is a geographical distance between us that is not really surmountable in any way. But if he lived next door, maybe I'd let him put his cock on my nose. No, I wouldn't. That's called a joke. But I have dry humour, so sometimes people don't get that. So I think this is where the Deku tree comes out. Or the sapling comes out, whatever you want to call it. That is an appropriate reaction to that thing coming out of the ground, I have to say. Hi there. I'm the Deku tree sprout. Okay, couldn't think of the word. But I'm pretty sure that this is supposed to be the Deku tree that appears in Wind Waker. But anyway, because you and Saria broke the curse on the Forest Temple, I can grow and flourish. Thanks a lot. He was a bit more casual in this game as opposed to Wind Waker. Hey, have you seen your old friends? None of them recognized you with your grown-up body, did they? That's because the Kokiri never grow up. Even after 7 years, they're still kids. Yeah, well... Anyway. You must be wondering why only you have grown up. Well, as you might have already guessed, you are not a Kokiri, you are actually a Hylian. And then Link starts to have all sorts of emotional and mental breakdowns as he starts to undertake his journey to find who he truly is. It's kind of like finding out that you're adopted and that your parents are sisters. Anyway, some time ago, before the King of Hyrule unified this country, there was a fierce war in our world. Here we go. Whip it out and plant it on your nose. I'll let him do the planting, how about that? One day, to escape from the fires of the war, a Hylian mother and her baby boy entered this something or other. The mother was gravely injured. Her only choice was to entrust the child to the Deku Tree, the guardian spirit of the forest. That's when you know you're out of options, when you entrust your only child to a fucking tree. The Deku Tree could sense this was a child of destiny, whose fate would affect the entire world, so he took him into the forest. I don't think the tree took him anywhere. The tree can't move. After the mother passed away, the baby was raised as a Kokiri. And now finally the day of destiny has come! Exclamation mark. Rightio. Why was there a fire? Fire symbolizes the death of the forest. That's the wrong meaning behind that story. You are a Hylian, and were always bound to leave this forest. And now, you have learned your own destiny. Learned of my own destiny, more like. So you know what you must do. That's right, you must save the land of Hyrule. Really? Wouldn't have been able to fucking work that one out on my own. Now Link, break the curses on all the temples and return peace to Hyrule. That was 2 exclamation marks. He's really serious now. And creepily enough, the original Deku Tree is still behind him. And I don't know, I mean, how long does it take for that tree to disappear? I would say a very long time. Which is not very specific, but anyway. I'm not some sort of plantologist. Oh, I crack myself up with my own stupidity sometimes. But anyway. Alright, are we ready to get 10 rupees? Actually, no, I need to get a new wallet. How many gold skulltulas do I have? Do I have 10 yet? I think I do. I have exactly 10 at this point in the game. This would be enough to seriously upset some people. I didn't get 10 rupees. What the fuck is going on? Maybe someone's actually in the 7 years that have passed in the Kokiri Forest since I was last here. Someone stopped being a fucking moron, dropping their 10 rupees in the water every time they crossed this. So now I don't get it each time I cross. Or maybe, no, maybe in these 7 years they ran out of money and are now destitute and therefore do not have 10 or does not have 10 rupees to drop into the water. I don't know grammar. Yeah. Anyway. I personally love the map here. I mean, look at this. Is that the right way? No, it's this way. I always point in the wrong direction. Anyway, this is like over here. You know, over there. So anyway, don't worry. Let's continue. Where are we even... Oh, hi. I nearly shat. I was like, what is that? And then I realized it's my horse. Anyway, moving on. I absolutely can't stand this horse sometimes. Just go over it or something. Why are you so incapable of doing anything? Okay, what are we doing now? I'm guessing next is the Goron City, whatever. Yeah, probably. Oh. So therefore it's the Bolero of Fire that we need to learn. I used to say Bolero, but I think it's Bolero. Probably. That was before I knew my music. Wants a Bolero again? Anyway. So, I'm pretty sure that it is the... Yeah, we need to go to the Goron place. I don't want to do the fucking water temple yet, but I'm pretty sure we don't do it. I'll just get off the horse. Get off it. That's not the button you press. How do I get off the horse? Okay, now I can get off it. Imagine if you're just stuck on the horse forever. I can think of... actually, I can't think of worse fates than being stuck on a horse. Okay. Is the annoying music of Kakariko Village again. What did he just say that? Oh my god, Kakariko Village music is one of the most important parts of my childhood. Well, guess what? It fucking sucks. It's alright. It bothers me sometimes, the music. It's kind of annoying. Anyway. This part's alright. But this part here, this just gives me the shit. Saying, it's a lot more annoying when I do it completely out of time. Oh wait, I need to go to the House of Skulltula. No, I know some people have a huge hard-on for this song. I have a huge reverse boner for this song. So, yeah, we'll leave it at that. This old man is standing here doing nothing, which is exactly what you do in a Zelda game. As a person, you just sort of stand around. Okay. Where are the people? Come on. Here we go. Give me a wallet. I think that's what he gives me. The curse has been broken. Thank you. Here's a reward for you. Thank you. You got an adult's wallet. How can I carry 200? Yeah. I think 200 is the maximum. Will you do it? I don't know what you just said because I skipped it. And life goes on. Oh dear. Anyway. Now we can finally collect rupees and not have them be a total fucking waste. That is a good thing, I would say. Is it? It's still really bright, I have to say. But again, I can't really control that. I do not have power over the celestial bodies that would govern such movements of the clouds and sun and such. That was an interesting sentence. But anyway, so moving forward, we will go to the Death Mountain Trail, go to the Goron City, see what's going on, maybe do a dance with the big Goron chief guy, Darunia, his name is. Actually, no, I think Darunia is dead. Actually, I don't think he is. Interestingly enough, this has been blown open since I blew it up 7 years ago, which makes sense, I mean, unless someone went and put a rock back in there. Speaking of a rock, I nearly got flattened by one. And that is a thing. We'll try and not get flattened by any more rocks. We can go and access a heart piece. Put away the sword. Well, I missed that heart piece. That's alright, we will continue. Back to where we were before. Yes, I am controlling it. Go! Yeah. You can access this heart piece without using that magic bean, but I'm too lazy for that shit. It's more fun to go on the bean anyway. That sounds like a drug, going on the bean. Anyway. Hey, where's Doomling tonight? Oh, he's on the bean. Anyway, so, aside from being on the bean, let us go to the Goron City. And I do need to go and, well, how many heart pieces do I have now? Oh, I just got a new heart container, okay. Well, that's good to know. That means it's less of a priority to go to the magic bean that I planted in the area leading up to Zora's domain. What was I about to say? Zora's domain! Something like that, I don't know. Regardless. Let's go into the Goron City, see what's going on. Oh shit. I think I need to, I think it is a requirement for me to blow up the guy as he's rolling around now. Whereas before it was just for a bit of fun, I think. Is he rolling around? What's going on? Oh, there he is. Yeah. He's a lot faster this time. Shit. Look at him go. This is going to be really, really hard. I'm just going to put it out there. So how many bombs can I plant? 20? I think it's better to use these bombs because the bomb flowers, they take too long to explode. So if I can drop this. If this works, this is going to be a fucking miracle. I missed it. Scheisse. Oh, that is not going to work. Hold on, did it work? Where did he go? Did he go so fast past me that it didn't even register? Can you... That cloud over Death Mountain there is something strange. I did not read that correctly. That cloud over Death Mountain. There's something strange about it. You know what's strange about it? Nothing. It's Death Mountain. The name of the mountain is ominous enough already. What the fuck is going on with you? I won't let you get me. You probably work for Ganondorf. Why was he just rolling on the spot right there? Am I missing something? What the fuck? Anyway, so... Let's try that again. As I said before, those bomb flowers take too long to explode, so... Oh, shite. I think I've dropped this too early again. Let's try that again. Oh, that's not going to work. Oh, pff, I didn't even get to see it, but it worked apparently. I won't let you get me. Well, you're a bit late. How could you do this to me? So it either worked or it didn't. Why is it not... Okay, it doesn't matter. Hear my name and tremble. I am Link, hero of the Gorons. No, you're not. I'm Link. And get your face out of the ground and talk to me. What? Your name is also Link? Then you must be the legendary Dodongo Buster and Hero Link. Well, no, I could be some asshole like you who's lying about my name. Ever thought of that? My dad is Darunia. Do you remember him? Yes, how could I forget? Dad named me Link after you because you're so brave. Oh, you weren't lying about your name. That's good to know. It's a cool name. I really like it. Link, you're a hero to us Gorons. I'm so glad to meet you. Please give me your autograph. To sign it, I'll sign it to my friend Link of the Gorons. Well, do you guys even use paper? You're a bunch of rock people who live in the mountains. What are you going to do with some paper? Or maybe I don't know. I guess it's not a good time to ask you for this. Please help everyone. My dad, Darunia, went to the fire temple. A dragon is inside. If we don't hurry up, even my dad will be eaten by the dragon. Boo-hoo. Okay. You'd better try to calm him down if you can. Maybe he will calm down if you talk to him? I've just been talking to him. In fact, no. I can't talk to him. I'm Link. I'm mute. What do you want to ask him? Ask about the... Well, if I ask him about the Gorons, he'll keep crying. So, a long time ago... Oh, God, he's having some sort of... well, I guess it's the onset of... I shouldn't say that. I was going to say it's the onset of Alzheimer's, but... anyway, sorry. A long time ago, there was an evil dragon named Volvagia living in this mountain. Anyway, that dragon was very scary. He ate Gorons. Using a huge hammer, the hero of the Gorons... Boom! Okay. Destroyed it just like that. This is a myth from long ago, but it's true. And why did you call it a myth? I know, because my dad is a descendant of the hero. Boo-hoo! Okay, we'll ask about the Gorons. Everybody was taken to the fire temple. While my dad was out, Ganondorf's followers came and took them all away. Okay, with that level of shivering, this guy must be close to death. Dad said that Ganondorf has revived Volvagia. Volvagia, I don't know. Volvagia also. As a warning to those who might oppose him, Ganondorf is going to feed them all to Volvagia. Or Volvagia, anyway. Dad went to the fire temple all by himself to try to save everyone. Please help, Link. I'll give you this heat-resistant tunic. Well, thank you. That's very... Oh, and it fits me perfectly. Who would have thought? Oh, now these doors open magically after I've received the tunic. It's very convenient to live in this world, I have to say. Everything revolves around the activities of me, the main character. Anyway, so let's go and put on the red tunic. We're now looking a little bit more stylish, a little bit more. And, yeah. Let's go into those rooms, shall we? I think we do actually want to enter into, no, we don't actually. The access point is at the top of the mountain, where the big Goron hangs around. But we might as well look in here and see what's going on. Maybe there is an access point. No. Well, that was really exciting. Let's... No, don't roll into the wall, please. Alright, let's, don't look at the rug. You're standing on a soft carpet for guests. It feels so plush under your feet. Shut up. I guess we'll go into the store. Is there anyone here selling things? Okay, so they took everyone except you and the kid who has Alzheimer's. That is such a bad sentence. The kid who has Alzheimer's. Anyway. So, moving forward, I will go to the top of the mountain. Can we not go in the opposite direction to where I'm trying to target? Thank you. Where am I going? I think it's over here. I'm trying to go up. Just need to find the right hole to walk into, you see. And that's all I need. Just in case you needed to hear that as well, from me. You needed to hear that as well. You were hearing that before already. What I meant to say was, in case you needed to hear me say that as well. Which you didn't, but anyway. That's one annoying thing about Link with his rolling. He won't shut his mouth. But, you know, it takes a lot of effort to do a forward roll. Have you ever tried it? I mean, it doesn't necessarily help to scream when you do it, but... Or maybe it does. Have you ever tried it? Don't knock it till you try it. Anyway. So, let's see if this cow is still here. If it's not here, then maybe we'll have some lunch. Using the cow meat. The cow is still here. Let's collect some rupees. Yeah, awesome. 125. Anyway, I'm not going to do any more cow noises. That might be a little bit unnecessary. Where's the rooster? Why is a rooster on Death Mountain? Okay, so what we'll do is... No. I'm used to being able to use the Hylian shield as more of a tortoise shell sort of thing with the younger version of Link, but no. Adult Link uses it as a correct shield, or uses it as a shield should be used as a shield, not as a fucking tortoise shell. Alright, so we're going to kill these Skulltulas, because otherwise... Oh my god, I nearly had a Tektite jump on my head. And it didn't make a difference in the end that it missed me. Which is very annoying. You can't get to me now. How did it even get up there? That is the question. Maybe it was born up there. Maybe it was just leaving the nest, as they say. Thank you for dying, sir. Alrighty. Now we just need to get up to the top, and we'll see if Kaepora Gaebora is there. If he is, we're not forced to talk to him as far as I can tell, which is a good thing. But anyway. He is not there, fortunately. Big Goron is here. Hello. Ooh. Imagine how loud he would be. I guess they couldn't take you into the cave and feed you to Volvagia. You're the size of the dragon. My brother opened a new store. It's Medigoron's Blade Store. However, I am better at making blades. I'm guessing there's no one that you can get to help you with that speech impediment. They're all in the cave with Volvagia. Anyway, so I'm just going to get a drink of water. I'll be back in a little bit. And I've returned. I will actually save, that's a good idea. I love how it saves just like that, just instantaneously. Don't have to sit here waiting for it to save. Alrighty. So we're going to head into here, and I believe that we will have a meeting with Sheik. The Sheikah. Imagine, it's like, let's say for instance my name was, Austrail from Australia. Sheik the Sheikah, you know. Anyway. Why the white guy? I need to shut up, because what happens is I crack myself up. It's not that I'm funny, it's that I'm fucking stupid, and it makes me laugh. Okay, so I think that's a gold sculptor, isn't it? No, that's not a gold sculptor, that's a ladder. You're getting a little bit confused there, Doomlink. How do I access this? What am I doing? How do I even get to that piece of heart? How do I get to anything? How do I get anywhere? I wish I knew. Alright, so I guess we go over here, maybe? I mean, this has to lead somewhere, right? You would hope so. That looks like something bombable, so we'll do that. Doesn't get any more obvious than that. Really? That's it? It's going to tell me the time of day, I believe. Boing, boing, it's 12:38. Okay. So can we jump on the mountain or something? Is that doable? How do we get over there? Maybe it's not that hard to cross that after all. Maybe I'm just stupid. Let's have a look. So if I look at it again, maybe I can just blow up that rock and we'll be fine. Maybe that's all we need. So I'll get ready to throw it. My idea was to have it explode in midair, but maybe that's going too far. There we go. That'll do just fine. That didn't do jack shit. Well, what are we doing then? Are we using the hookshot? Is that something I could hookshot onto? Hold on. What is that? No. That's the entrance to the cave. What the fuck am I doing here? Do I need to refer to my Let's Play again? My old 2015 Let's Play. Where I was dead sick of playing this game for the most of that time that I was recording. No, seriously, how do I get over there? I don't understand. I know that that's where I'm trying to get to, but... What the fuck? What am I missing? What do I have that could get me over there? So I believe if that rock wasn't in my way, I would be able to jump that, but... I don't have anything that could blow it up or anything. I don't really get it. It helps to just know these things, you see, but I don't just know. I just don't know, actually. Maybe we can try that again? Why doesn't it... This is very frustrating. How long have we been recording, exactly? We've been recording for 1 hour and 9 minutes. Well, we can spend the next hour maybe working out how to get past this. I'm just joking. I will maybe look at whatever the hell I was doing in my original Let's Play. I'm going to check it right now. I still have the parts open actually, so we'll check part 19. We'll see what was going on. I'm going through... God, the game looks so much better on GameCube. You wouldn't think so, but it really does. But anyway, let's... Okay, so... Looks like I have... Okay, that's me going to Goron City, part 21. Oh, I'm already at the dungeon in part 21, so obviously I wasn't very confused when I was playing in my Let's Play. The game is just so much clearer on the GameCube. Oh, what am I doing? So the access point is in Darunia's thing. What the dick? That's crazy. Okay, and then I walk... Okay, that's how I get to it. Good to know. Well, I've worked that out now. It worked out in the end. Just had to, you know, look at whatever I was doing back in 2015. I wasted all this time getting to this point, only to realise... Actually, I think there's a fairy fountain here. Let's... This is a rock I can blow up. Maybe I didn't waste my time coming here after all. Let's go get this... let's go get those bombs too. I was going to say, let's get this heart, and then I couldn't even finish what I was saying until I wanted to say something else. But anyway, there is a butterfly. Stop! Fuck, I'm trying to go this way. There's a beehive, okay. Rupees? You got bombs. I really didn't need to come all the way down here just to get more bombs, but thank you. Okay, let's go and head back to Darunia's area, because as it turns out, this is not where we are supposed to be. And my hunch that we could get somewhere going through Darunia's place was actually correct. So I'm going to go the fast way. It's by doing this, you know. Okay, get moving, mate. It is actually a good thing that I can just refer to my old recordings to see what to do. I think I probably actually had a better memory of what to do back then. Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. Holy shit. Oh no, I have to oh, fuck. Can't talk, apparently. Got a severe speech impediment. Alright, let's try that again. I'm losing a lot of health. I would love to get some health back at some point. I don't actually have any fairies, so if I could access a fairy fountain, that would be really cool. Maybe I could... Well, where is it? Oh, there's one in Kakariko Graveyard. So, let's go there. We'll get some hearts and we'll get some fairies, and everything will be sweet. We've already wasted all this time going to the top of Death Mountain, only to realise that that's not where we wanted to go. So we may as well go the whole way and just leave the whole fucking Death Mountain crater. Or not Death Mountain crater, that's where we're aiming to go. But, oh god, that worked out rather well. Death Mountain Trail is what I meant to say. This rock is really annoying because it's kind of rolling right where I want to walk. And right, it's rolling where I want to roll. I just walked inside of it. That's the thing that just happened. Anyway. So, we'll head up to the graveyard, and we'll drop down that grave that was removed from its sitting position. Graves do sit, I find. They don't walk around very much, graves. Anyway, moving forward. Is it still really bright? Yeah, it's still pretty bright, I would say. Generally. As far as lighting goes, that would be bright, yes. I need a whiskey. This recording calls for it. If you've gotten this far through my dead fucking commentary, you deserve that. Oh yeah, by the way, I've got my fucking port cork sticking in it because I opened it yesterday, and god damn it, the cork had crumbled. I was just lucky that none of it crumbled into the liquid, but yeah, so I use my decanter, my port decanter cork, which is too fat actually to get all the way in, but it just sort of sits on the end, you know, which is better than having nothing there. I don't have any like sparkling wine stoppers or anything like that, so yeah. And my trusty glass is never too far away. By the way, it is Teeling Small Cask Irish Whiskey, which is nice and backwards for you guys as I show it to you, because I do have a flipped image at the moment. But anyway, it's not often where I'm just recording and I'm like, fuck this, I need a whiskey, you know. But yeah. Just need to pep myself up a little bit. Okay. So, we're gonna head to the grave and get some fairies, you know. Well, which grave is it? Is it this one? I think it is. And we'll grab it. And we'll see what's going on. I believe that it is this one. Let's hope it is. No, it's not. Or is it? Oh no, maybe it is, yeah. It's just around the corner. Alrighty. So we are going to actually prioritize filling our bottles, and then we can use whatever fairies remain. No comment. I'm not even going to explain what I just tried to do there. But anyway. There we go. We'll fill all 3 of these. Then we'll heal ourselves, then... Oh, never mind. Happened in a different order to that. Whatever works. As long as we can fill up all the bottles, I'm happy. You caught a fairy in a bottle. Okay. Now we'll equip what we had before, whatever that may have been. I think it was this. There we go. Sorry for sort of coughing into the mic, even though I was covering my mouth. It doesn't really help with the volume side of things. I need to cough over there, you know. Really. So anyway, we can now head back to Darunia's room after all of that shit. Honestly. Kakariko Village. The good thing about Kakariko Village at night, and it doesn't really look that nighty, which is not really the word that I want to use, but it works. But yeah, no. So the wolf howls when it's night, and the rooster crows when it's morning. If you don't hear those at any point, then time has not yet properly shifted from one to the other. So, because the wolf howled, it is nighttime. And the point that I was trying to make there was that the good thing about that is that you don't have to hear this stupid music. I did actually used to like the Kakariko Village music when I was younger, I really did. Now when I hear it, it just makes me angry. I don't know why. You know, most people have some sort of nostalgia associated with it. I fucking don't. When it comes to Zelda themes, well, actually I have a lot of nostalgia attached to the Gerudo theme, because I enjoyed that. It seems that if there's a song that I fucking hate, it removes all nostalgic attachment just on its own by being a bad song, so it's kind of funny. I don't know. Alright. Now we have to go into Darunia's room. Without his permission, of course. And we're not going to roll over the carpet, because then what happens is we comment on the fact that it's plush and for guests and something crappy like that. But, yeah, so what we want to actually do is grab this and pull it. I don't believe that we were able to do this before, because Darunia was standing in front of this. But now that he's no longer here, we can go and interact with this and pull it. And here we are in the same spot that we were before, except on the other side of that fucking rock. Look at this shit. Like, seriously, we were just standing right there, and we couldn't get to this side. I don't think I can blow these up, can I? What does Navi have to say about it? What? She doesn't even have anything to say. What the fuck did that achieve? So she goes over to the rocks to go, huh? Like, not even to make a sound, just question marks. Question marks, by the way, have no sound. It's just punctuation. That's all it is. Anyway, yeah, so I suppose that Navia was confused by the rocks, but I'm furthermore confused because she has nothing to say about it. Oh, I think I need to use the hookshot here, is that right? That looks kind of dangerous, but I might try it anyway. And I land right in the right spot. Alrighty. Now we're meeting Sheik the Sheikah. What did you miss, Maximum? You missed us completing the forest temple, I believe. I think you left before that point. And yeah, now we are about to start the Fire Temple. Unfortunately, I'm not playing the NTSC version of this game, so as a result, it's not going to have the original chanting for the Fire Temple theme, unfortunately, because the PAL version of the game, all PAL versions of the game, actually run on game version 1.2. So, yeah. That's kind of a shame. It is something that grows over time, a true friendship, a feeling in the heart that becomes even stronger over time. The passion of friendship will soon blossom into a righteous power, and through it, you will know which way to go. The more I read what you have to say, the more I want to slip my wrists. Listen to the bolero of fire. Will do. PAL censored a few things. Really? Well, I didn't know. It's kind of a shame. Maybe it's, no, I don't think it was PAL that censored things. I think it was NTSC that censored things. It's you Americans that don't like the gore and stuff. I think they made it so that Ganon vomited green shit instead of blood, I think. But more than anything else, I think it was version-based. I think certain versions of the game had that censoring, I believe. Not so much different regions, but anyway. Oh, you said region. That was a bit of a a bit of a reference that just came out of me there. Oh fuck, I haven't heard that in many years. I can't even drink after that. You have learned the bolero of fire. Link, I'll see you again. I hope not. And Sheik is on fire. No, never mind. The Ganon vomit is censored here, okay. Is it specifically the PAL version or what? I thought it was censored in the NTSC versions as well, but past... It might have been version 1.2 or something, I don't know. But anyway. So, we can't really do anything here. This is where we end up after we've done the temple, and also where we warp to using the bolero of fire, but that's pretty much all the bolero of fire is used to do. It just takes us to the actual temple location. Alright, let's take on the fire temple. I'm going to do it in this recording, guys. We're going to... The mirror shield is censored in the PAL version. I don't think it is. Why would they only censor the mirror shield? Because all the blocks still have the moon symbol. That's bizarre. That makes no sense. I don't think that's the case. I'm pretty sure that the mirror shield still retains its crescent moon. I said half moon, I think I meant crescent moon. But, yeah. Let's go head into the dungeon. And really, I do prefer this version to... I think there's 3 versions of this theme. There's one that's just complete shit, that doesn't have anything going on except for the boom, 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 and then that's it. Whereas, this one has that really creepy sounding thing going on. I think it's like Gregorian, maybe, something like that. In place of the Islamic chants. You know, Allah is the one true God and I bear witness to blah blah blah. But now that I've said that, I'm going to have people coming after me. But regardless, do I look Muslim? I need to maybe grow the beard out a little bit. Oof, I almost said some offensive things. But, you know, it's like it comes into your head and then you go, no, let's not. Anyway, so there's a door that has a lock on it. Therefore, we need a key. Let's continue in this direction, shall we? All gold cartridges are uncensored except some versions from PAL. Well, mine's a gold cartridge, if that makes any difference. I don't know. Some versions from PAL is very unspecific. Hopefully mine is a uncensored one. Who's there? Is that you, Link? Oh, it really is Link. You've grown so big since I last saw you. I want to have a man-to-man talk with you, but now's not the time. Ganondorf is causing trouble on Death Mountain. Again. He has revived the evil, ancient dragon Volvagia. On top of that, he's going to feed my people to that evil dragon as a warning to other races that might resist him. If that fire-breathing dragon escapes from the mountain, all of Hyrule will become a burning wasteland. Oh, so it's going to be like Cataclysm, okay. As in the World of Warcraft expansion. When was that again, like 2010? I think it was 2010. Anyway, I'm concerned though, because I don't have the legendary hammer. But I have no choice. I can't believe people still play World of Warcraft. I understand with Classic, but I remember the latest expansion in the actual main game. People were interested in that, and I'm going, guys, it's not 2004 anymore. It is now because Classic is out, but you know, World of Warcraft was huge in the first 5 years of it being out. Anyway. While I'm trying to deal with the dragon, please save my people. The prisoners' cells are in the opposite direction. I'm counting on you, Link. I'm pretty sure that freeing the prisoners just sort of comes naturally as you go through the dungeon. Excuse me. But yeah. Unfortunately, I can't get the mirror shield yet to confirm whether or not that is censored, but I can't imagine why they would censor the mirror shield but not all the blocks, because all the blocks have the half moons. Stop saying half moon, it's crescent moon. I don't know my moon phases, apparently. Now, is it a waxing or is it a waning crescent? I actually don't know, but anyway. But regardless, yeah. Let's go head over to here. I don't know if it matters which direction I go in. I think this might have been the right one because there's already a Goron here to free. Rightio. How hard would it have been for Darunia to just do this himself? I mean, seriously. At least these guys. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? Of course you are. I'll tell you a secret for saving me. In order to get into the room where Darunia went, you have to do something about the pillar stuck in the ceiling. Find a path that leads to a room above the ceiling right away. Like, not at your leisure, but right away, you know. I'm the one clearing this dungeon, not you. Relax. You can just leave now. And I love how they leave. They're like, they sort of walk very dopily. But anyway. This part of the song is the part that I like. If you can hear it. And now it's over. I don't know if you were able to hear it properly. I don't want the game to be too loud, you know. But the volume that I have it at now is ideal, whatever it is. I guess we can climb up here. Yeah, there we go. There's a fairy that we don't actually need because we already have all of our bottles filled. We've got 2 fairies here. I wasn't going to take any chances. I went and filled up my bottles fairly early on. Well, not fairly early on, but before I even entered the dungeon, in fact. What's going on in this room? How do we continue? There must be a door that I'm missing. Because there's the boss door, which needless to say we can't access just yet. I think it's a key that I need right now, because there was a door that had a lock on it, so if I can find a key then we'll be able to progress. If not, then we're not going to be progressing, and that's going to be fairly annoying, because not being able to progress in a dungeon is highly frustrating. So, there seems to be something in the lava over there. Maybe we can drop down it? I don't know. Let's have a look. I'm gonna take a risk! Is there anything going on in here? Apparently it's a bit hot. And yes, I would agree that it is rather hot. I mean, Link should already be dead if he's this close to lava. Do you have any idea how hot lava is? It's pretty hot. So if you're this distance from lava, you've already burned to death, put it that way. And if you... Link didn't even take damage there. What the fuck is going on in this game? Anyway. I'm not asking for realistic lava effect, but I'm asking at least to take damage when I walk in it. What is going on? Have I missed something in this room? I don't know. I thought that this was the only place that I could access unless I got a key. I don't know. So again, I have nowhere else to go. Except for in that room. Why is it that I'm having troubles already? This is the first room of the dungeon and I don't know where I'm going. This is not a good start at all. Isn't this a door? This looks like something. Can we move that? What's going on with this? See how that looks like an entranceway? It is. Look. Look at that shit. Oh, it's got a lock, so we can't even do anything with it anyway, but seriously, it's not even letting us... What is going on? Why is this here? Or maybe we need the hammer for it. Is it called the Megaton hammer? I think so. Yeah, maybe we need to hit it with the Megaton hammer or something. I don't know. Is there a door here? Yes, there is. Awesome. Now we can continue in some way or another. That's always encouraging. Or not. Because there's... Well, hold on. There's nothing to open this yet. Except this thing freaking out. What? You'll be sorry. Please don't eat me. If you eat something like me, you'll get a stomach ache. You'll be sorry. Okay, fair enough. So there's nothing going on in that room. We've got a boss key, chest, and we've got a boss door, which is a strange order of things, but... Okay, how about we kill all keys in this room? That's always something that we can try. You never know, we might get a chest with a key in it. For killing all keys in the room. I think I already did that, didn't I? I think I've killed all keys in this room. Okay, so that one's dead. I actually do need hearts, let's go grab them. This is not a good start to the dungeon, I have to be honest. Alright, well, I think that's all keys dead. And nothing happened, so I guess we have to go back into this room and see what we missed. I swear I'm generally better at Zelda dungeons than this, but apparently today is not my day. I'm gonna head back in this direction. Maybe I missed something here. So hookshot to this. Then what? I already went to the top of this. There's nothing there. It's just a bunch of pots. So, do we need to somehow bring that down? I was looking at that before, but we couldn't need to shoot an arrow at it, right? Oh shit. My controller was having some problems. Yeah, there's nothing... I mean, we can't really activate that with anything. Unless we hit it with the... No, that wouldn't make sense at all. Can we just jump to that? No. Oh, now it does damage after that length of time. That's crazy. We should be taking some serious hits from that. Maybe it's the Goron tunic. Maybe it's helping us to resist it in some way. I don't know. I guess we'll have to go to this side. See if we missed anything here. It's very confusing. It's not often that I'm just left completely stumped in the first room of a dungeon. Oh, there's a chest in here. This is what... See how it fucking blends in with everything? God damn it. So we'll have a key in here and then we can progress. Okay, fucking hell. I'm telling you, the chest just blends in with the... Look, you can't see it anywhere. Where is it? It's not in there. Fucking shit. Anyway, so cool. We got the key. Let's continue. Bloody camouflaging chest. Okay. So moving on. We will open this door and actually continue. At least we checked that other room. We know what's in there. Need to... we'll probably be gaining access towards the end at that point. Well, we'll see what's in this room. Can't quite see what that is. I think that's a block that can be moved. And that's an entrance that I think we can get to immediately. Let's just go straight for now. Of course, I have no particular recollection of what I'm doing in these dungeons, I will mention. Okay, that is a locked door, so we can't get to that yet. So I think we are starting on the right side. I've got this Keese after me. I'm not going to even give him the satisfaction of attacking him. I can take a quarter of a heart after like 5 seconds of standing in lava, that's fine. Doesn't bother me too much. I think this is a way for me to go, or is it not? No, it's not. From a distance it looked like it might be, but... Okay, come on, Keese. You can die now. Bye. Alright, so we'll go to the... Oh god, that hurt. Alright, let's get moving. The fire doesn't bother me, or the lava doesn't bother me, I should say. Why would it bother me now? What a positively preposterous idea. That lava would hurt me. Alright. So those things are falling. Let's not let that happen. Okay, so there's a... Okay, can we maybe play the Song of Time here and have it affect that block? I'm not sure what that would do for us, but we can try. No. Don't think so. Nope. Because if it did, it would give us the stave, I think. But because it's not, I'm just going to assume that it's not actually going to affect that block. Alrighty. Really? We did all that to rescue a fucking Goron? Okay. Yes, I'm releasing you. Here's a secret for saving me. A wall that you can destroy with the Goron's special crop will sound different than a regular wall if you hit it with your sword. So I'm guessing this is another chest with a key in it. Again, the way this dungeon works is that you progress as normal, and as you do that you rescue Gorons. There's never a point where you can't progress unless you rescue a Goron. I suppose it sort of is that case, because it sort of is that way because, for example, if I saw this Goron here and I went, I don't want to rescue this dickhead, I wouldn't actually be able to continue. But the point is that rescuing the Gorons is secondary, somewhat, to the clearing of the dungeon. What is actually in here is the key for me to progress. That's how I continue. It's not actually, in effect, rescuing the Goron that allows me to continue. If you understand what I mean by that. Which I'm sure you do. It's just I can't really explain anything worth a fuck. Actually, let's head back here, see if we can do anything with this block. I mean, it's bothering me a little bit. Okay, let's just try playing the Song of Time if I can remember how to play it. Ah. Here we go. Sometimes you just need to play the Ocarina a little bit to remember what each direction on the C... What do I even call that? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Which of the C buttons corresponds to what note, and, yeah. Then you can sort of work it out. Anyway, we want to go straight ahead, so we will get back onto that walkway if we can manage to. Not this one specifically, but this is also a nice thing to get onto. Oh, come on. I've got a Keese going in for the kill. If you could perhaps get away from me, that would be just lovely. Before we take on the Water Temple, I will get the Big Goron Sword. I'm not sure if we need to actually clear this dungeon before we get the Big Goron Sword, but I'm just going to do that anyway. The main reason why is because I'm too lazy to do the Big Goron Sword quest for now. Or for this... In this very moment as I speak, I'm too lazy to do the Big Goron Sword quest, but it's not too difficult to do, so I will definitely do it before the Water Temple. And I do not usually use the Master Sword for the simple reason that I very rarely find myself making use of the Hylian Shield. Therefore, I may as well just two-hand the frickin' big Goron sword and deal a little bit more damage. Maybe I'll get bosses done quicker, maybe I'll kill enemies faster. Rather than maybe, I think it's a case of definitely. So yeah, I would find that to be a much better use of my weapon than being able to shield. Anyway, I remember this room. Sliding down, it was such a big bundle of fun. Take the kids this weekend to the fire temple, where you can slide all day and make memories you'll never forget. We've got overpriced photos that you can buy of you and your family having fun sliding down the fire temple slide, etc, etc. So I think we need to climb this, by the looks of it actually, yes. I think we can actually stand on the top of this. It's crazy, but I mean, look how thin that is. Aside from the fact that Link is actually, like, he should be getting the world's most horrific wedgie right now, but he's not, because it's a video game. Anyway. So, do we get on the top of that? Oh god. Alright, can we walk this? This is like the ultimate tightrope. I feel like this is the Man on Wire fucking documentary. For anyone who hasn't seen the Man on Wire, he, I think he had, he walked over, it was between the two World Trade Centers, he literally had a wire going between the two of them, and he walked across it, like, oh yeah, no problem. It's fucking disturbing. Anyway, but yeah, some people will just do that. I mean, I wouldn't want to do that half a meter off the ground, let alone over Manhattan, but anyway. So that is, a thing. I think we can put... Don't jump on that, dick face. Stop. I know you're so intelligent, video game, but I just want to push this thing down, if you wouldn't mind. This looks very heavy. Hold the phone. Tip for crossing that wall. Look straight behind you and backflip. What wall? Oh. Crossing that wall. I'll work it out. I'm a little slow, you'll have to forgive me. Yeah. Yeah, that Man on Wire thing's really freaky. Did you mean this wire fence? Or this metal fence? I don't know how to refer to this, but anyway, yeah. Maybe you mean that. Actually, that makes sense, yeah. You can just go in a straight line that way. Like this, you mean? Hold on. Like this? Oh, yeah. That works. Good idea. Alrighty. Also, welcome to the live stream, Max Hunter. Max the Hunter. Alright, now we can drop onto this thing and go flying up to the top. What we got going up here? It always gives me the shits when I see things like this. You've got one way in which to progress, and it's through a door that has a lock and you don't have a key. Well, at least I saved myself the falling damage. Let's see if I can find this fucking key. I do not have a compass, so I cannot see chests. I believe it's the compass that allows you to see chests. And again, I do not have access to that, so that's fucking annoying. I'm guessing it's in another one of those small chests that I just can't see for whatever reason. So I used a key to get into this room, I'm quite sure. So I need another one from somewhere. Shit. I don't believe it's in this room, so let's leave and see if we can come on. Get up there. No extra rooms here, so I guess we're going back into the main room. Maximus. I was always reading your name as Maximu. But anyway, good to know. Let's see if I can find this key. I mean, this is bothersome. It feels like this is some... Oh! Just had to let my brain kick in, you know. Anyway, I was thinking, well, it has to be something. It has to have some relevance. And yes, it does have some relevance. It's actually a bombable wall. With a chest in it, I would admit. I wanted to open the chest. Yes, I'm releasing you. What kind of secret do you have for me? There are switches in this temple that you have to cut to activate. But you can also use the Goron's special crop to do the job. That's a weird way to refer to bombs, but whatever. So, I guess they mean I need to attack it with my sword to activate it, but I can also use bombs if I want to. So that will probably be relevant for a puzzle going forward. Most likely. Everyone reads it as Maximu. When you have all of those O's, it makes me think Maxim or something like that. I was wanting it to be more short, you know, Maximu. Maximu. But anyway, Maximu. Alrighty, we have a key now, which is always good. Here's the good part of the song again. I have to say, that fire just completely ruined that. Well, I'm trying to hear the nice music just going. Like, shut the fuck up. Anyway. Alrighty, let's do some backflipping. I like that. That's fun. It's a lot more fun than trying to cross it normally. And whether it's more effective or not, it's more fun to do it that way, so I'm all for that. Alright. That was my attempt to sound like Link doing that. I mean, that's a good reaction to that. It's probably the sound I would make if I dropped a high height. Although if I were to drop from that kind of height, I would actually break my legs, so that's probably the difference there. So there's another Goron in there. Oh, these fire slugs. So it looks like we need to push a block into this place here. And it looks like that's the block. I'm a fucking detective, I can tell you that much. Alright, climb up here. And then hit the fire slug. And then you can melt or something. Yeah, there we go. Get some magic. It makes the same sound as the like, which is just gross, because likes are disgusting. I haven't actually seen a like in this game yet. Which is probably a good thing. Alright. So that's probably the switch that the Goron was referring to that can also be affected by bombs exploding. So I may need some more time to do whatever I need to do with that. So, well, what does that actually do? I don't know. Let's go and pull this. It's not quite in the right position just yet. But I would say that we probably need to use a bomb to do whatever we need to do with that. Ah. Unpopular opinion, Minish Cap is the best top-down Zelda. Short, sweet, and really well made. Minish Cap is probably... Look, I struggle to... I really like the Minish Cap. It was, for a period of time, my favourite 2D Zelda. Or top-down Zelda would be the more accurate way to refer to that. But... there's something about okay, let me put it this way. This is all going back to A Link to the Past. How I look at A Link to the Past is that it's just as playable and enjoyable to play as the Minish Cap, but it came out in like 1991 or 1992. There's something about A Link to the Past that is so far and above something like Ocarina of Time, because people go on about how great Ocarina of Time was and how innovative it was, but it's like, fuck Ocarina of Time, who cares about that game? If you look at A Link to the Past, you can sit that down in front of a kid who plays nothing but the most modern AAA games of today, and that kid will have some fun playing that game. It came out in 1991. That is fucking incredible. I mean, you couldn't really see it because it was off camera, but I was battling with my controller as it slid around on my leg, and I lost the battle, put it that way. Or my controller lost the battle, one of the two. But yeah, A Link to the Past, for me, is just, it can't really be beaten by anything. It's just, it's on a completely different level. Like, people who go on about how good Ocarina of Time is, yet neglect to mention how good A Link to the Past is, it's just, they're missing the fucking point. I can't put someone down in front of Ocarina of Time. Like, if I gave them this controller, this fucking shit, and sat them down in front of a Nintendo 64 and made them play Ocarina of Time, they'd want to put a bullet in their head. Because it's just, it's too early in 3D for it to be enjoyable, really. Even for me now, like, it's a mess, it really is. I enjoy Majora's Mask because it's a little bit more ironed out, and the gameplay in general is more enjoyable in Majora's Mask. But here, this has not aged well. A Link to the Past has aged phenomenally. It's timeless. So, yeah. I've got no idea what that's doing. What is that? Okay, well, apparently... What is that even affecting? I don't know where that fire is. Oh, I see. We can drop a... No, don't jump that far! Oh. And don't do a little jump, please. Don't do that. But anyway, Minish Cap, I feel, is second to A Link to the Past. So... But I very much enjoy the Minish Cap. It's very, very good. Whereas, for example, whatever it's called, Oracle of Ages and Seasons, not a fan of that. And also not a huge fan of Link's Awakening, although Link's Awakening's pretty good too. Link's Awakening and the Seasons and Ages games are probably the ones that I've played the least. Although I think I've done 2 playthroughs of Link's Awakening, and I've done like 1 of each of the 2 Seasons games. Oh, sorry, each of the 2 Oracle games, Ages and Seasons, because they're kind of the same game. They're not quite the same, but they're very similar. And, yeah. Well, this looks like a fun area. I would say they are very underrated for sure, but I'm not... Oh shit, I'm getting killed by this boulder. Yeah, I'd definitely say underrated, but among Zelda games, I'm not hugely into them. Like, for example, I have not played the Minish Cap in a long time, but I would much sooner sit down and play that than Oracle of Ages or something. Go and talk to the Maku tree. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? No. This was all just a big joke. I'm gonna go and close the gate and walk away now. In this temple, there are doors that fall down when you try to open them. When one of these doors starts to fall, move. Thank you. If you use a sample of the Goron's special crop, you can break it. Will do. Alrighty. So, we'll see how long it takes for me to clear this dungeon. I've got no idea. Oh god. Okay, so I got a key from that. Just had to think about that for a moment. Like, what did I achieve in that room? It was indeed getting a key, not just freeing a Goron. Is there anything here? No. Oh god. Okay. I was thinking maybe I would have to let it keep rolling towards me, but no. Fortunately, I didn't do that. What is even causing it to roll? Doesn't make any sense. I can't really see where I'm going, honestly. I'm just hoping that I'm going in the right direction, you know. Oh, here we go. Oh no, it's another door with a lock. Oh, I saw an eye. Let's go and hit that, shall we? So hopefully, we do get a key in this room. Otherwise we'll have to go back into that main room and hope we can find one. I think I just found it. Nope, that's a map. Oh well. Could also be a compass, but generally you do get a map first. What have we got? It is a map. There are very rare cases where you do get a compass first, I will agree. But, yeah. This is not one of those times. It seems you need to hit the eye again if you want the privilege to go back into that room, which is actually not achieving anything except for giving you a chest that I've already opened, so... yeah. No. I love that phrase. Yeah, no. But I do plan to play all Zelda games on my channel. It's just that I'm really freaking slow with doing that. I want to get into the Castlevania games soon. And having said that, I may as well make a confession. I have in the mail coming now. It should be here by the end of the week. If not by the end of the week, then very early next week. The original PlayStation version of Symphony of the Night. PAL. It's very expensive. What I actually wanted to do was purchase the Deluxe Edition, or whatever it's called. It's not actually called Deluxe Edition. I hate the word Deluxe. It was like a limited edition version of that game with an art book and an additional soundtrack CD, I think. And I really wanted to get that as well, because I thought, well, if I'm going to spend this much money on a fucking game, I may as well just go all out. But I didn't get it because I would have to hit the 700 Australian dollar mark to get that in a quality that I was happy with. So in an actual condition that I was happy with, rather than quality. I shouldn't say quality, that's confusing. To get that item in a condition that I am happy with, as someone who's going to spend that much money to have something that I'll probably keep for the rest of my life, I would have to hit the $700 mark, and that's not okay. I was like 600 was kind of, but it looked as if 600 was going to be what I would pay, but then I looked at the condition of those items and just went, no. I'd have to hit 700 to 750 Australian to actually be able to get something that I was happy with in terms of quality. So I scrapped that and went for the for just the game by itself, and yeah, it's the manual and the whole game itself, not the whole game itself, like all of the written content on the case, like I suppose the insert, I should say. I'm really not very articulate today, you'll have to forgive me for that. But all of that is in Italian, so that's always fun, but I don't really care. Oh, don't tell me that. You remember when Symphony of the Night was 20 bucks sealed? That's... yeah, I know. It's really annoying when certain games become really expensive over time. It's so amazing because... hold on, I'm going to show you something. This is also Castlevania. I was shocked when I looked online and discovered that this was a fucking collector's item. I know it's backwards, and I know that the colour is messed up because of my chroma key, but Castlevania Order of Ecclesia is a frickin' collector's item. In this condition, it would be pretty damn expensive. Like, I'd be able to sell this for at least 150 Australian dollars. That's ridiculous. The first game where I really experienced that as well was this thing. I got this pretty much new. I know it's backwards. But this is freaking expensive. This is the PAL version as well. Yes, I know it's backwards, but that says 12. 12 plus. It's the UK PAL version. This is freaking expensive now. This is in good condition. Has the manual, has the disc. I don't know how much I could sell this for, but it would be worth a fucking lot. I've also got Four Swords Adventures PAL with the manual, because apparently that's a big deal if you're going to get something like that. It's a lot more expensive if you've got everything. Case, manual, disc, all of that business. But yeah, it's so crazy how these things get expensive over time. I think I saw a sealed Symphony of the Night going for like 1,700 Australian dollars. What the fuck? It's amazing what people are willing to spend. I would never spend that kind of money on a game. That's insane. I'm assuming that was an NTSC version, Maxter, because it's the PAL versions that are very collectible, because they obviously make a lot less of them. The NTSC games, for the most part, do not go for as much after a length of time, because there were just so many of them out there, I think. But yeah, so I did get a key. I got the key that I needed. Let's go back to playing the game, shall we? Got a little distracted there. But yeah, seriously, crazy. I think the NTSC version of Symphony of the Night is, yeah, around that. It was like between $60 US and maybe 80. Maybe $80 US in good condition, something like that. So, it's a little bit better than 4 or 5 times that amount. Put it that way. Anyway. Did I say anyway twice? I'm not sure. I have a tendency to say that a lot. Alrighty. See what's happening in this room. Is it a mini boss fight? Yes, it is. Or maybe not. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, the fire's coming after me. Rightio, let's try to avoid that. I think I just avoided it. I hope I just avoided it. Yes. So I suppose we need to go into this room to gain access to the key that will take us into... well, there. Yeah, okay. Seems fairly straightforward. You've got a boxed Ocarina of Time for $40, but it's the grey version. Yeah, I would never bother with the grey version, really. I didn't get... I only got the boxed Majora's Mask, which is in very good condition, mind you. I may as well show that off again, just for the sake of it. So here's the custom case that I got for it, and here's the original. And inside the custom case, I have the manual in damn near new condition, and the cartridge fucking mint condition, basically. I understand that it's backwards, nothing I can do about that, but yeah, this the cartridge is in very fucking good condition, and this is PAL, of course, so much more collectible. But yeah, this is even the Australian PAL version, even rarer technically. But yeah, I wasn't going to spend that kind of money on Ocarina of Time, though. I just got the fucking shitty gold cartridge. Like, I say shitty gold cartridge as in it wasn't in great condition, and I just got the manual separate. Oh yeah, of course, you need to be careful. It's no, it's definitely not a fake or anything like that. This is the real fucking box. It's, obviously you would never purchase from China. Those are all fakes, pretty much. But yeah, these are all real. Also, also got the, along with Majora's Mask, I got one of the, it was a really big A3 sized, well, not really big, it's a normal size sort of A3 strategy guide. It was by Prima, and it's all coloured, it looks really good. I've got a few rare games. Here's another rare one. In a few years, I mean it already is, but in a few years this is going to be worth some fucking money. Morrowind, fucking, anyway, don't worry. Lots of money soon. But even now it would go for a decent amount, but anyway. Let's, I'll put that away later, shall I? Oh, you work at a retro game shop. Or did work at one anyway. Alright, let's actually go through the fire temple, shall we? Generally when I do plan to showcase things... Yeah, thank you. Generally when I do try to show things, I don't have it so that my frickin' webcam is like that. Where it's flipped horizontally. Because then you get mirror images of everything, but anyway. Of course the reason why I do that is because I don't want to be covering the map on the right side. And of course as soon as I want to demonstrate that, the map doesn't show up. But anyway. Did I get rid of it somehow? What do I press to bring that back? There we go. So yeah, I just don't want to cover the map on that right side. So I flip my webcam and put it on this side basically. But yeah, I'd say that Morrowind thing in the next 5 years, maybe to 10 years. I would say in 10 years time that would be worth a lot of fucking money. Is that bombable? I think so. If you make one more fucking noise, Navi, I'm going to lose my shit completely with you. There's only so much patience that I have. Shut up! I didn't have to lose that health that I just lost, but anyway. I'm heading down here first, just while I'm here. Go and see what you have to say. Are you releasing me? Yes, I am. Here's a tip for rescuing me. Somewhere in this temple, you're sure to meet up with some creatures that dance as they attack. Arrows won't hurt them. Looks like you might need some of the Goron's special crop. That's all I have to tell you. Radio. I didn't really internalize anything that he just said, but regardless. Let's go see what's in here. You found a small key. That's always good to see. It seems that this entire dungeon is just getting small keys constantly. So, either I got the key that I needed for that previous room, right here, or I'm going to use this key to go into another room in this location. So, we're going to have to find out as we continue. I'm not too sure yet. Yeah, Breath of the Wild does miss a companion. Zelda was kind of like a companion. I never really thought about it, but most 3D Zelda games do have a companion, that is true. You've got Midna, you've got Navi, you've got, was it Tattle or Tail that travelled with you? I can't even remember. I think it was Tail? Or was it Tattle? I can't remember now. But regardless, yeah, there was usually a companion that would travel with you. And Midna was by far... I mean, I suppose Midna really made Twilight Princess. Like, Twilight Princess, because of Midna, was really good. Midna was such a good character. Oh, shit. I've done it now. Okay, so, as it turns out, this is the same room that we were in originally, but we were in a different spot. So, was this the way that I went to get into that room I was in before? Yes, it was. Okay, cool. No, stop. I'm going to blame the analog stick on my... No fucking way I just fell through that. No fucking way, I thought it would kill me. Oh no. Oh, it takes me up the top. Okay, good to know. Does it take me all the way back up? No, it doesn't. So it's fucking pointless. Oh, that's so annoying. But yeah, really, Midna was a great character. This makes me so annoyed when people shit talk Twilight Princess. Anyway, I have not actually yet played Twilight Princess HD. I did do a Let's Play of Wind Waker HD, and I was planning to do a Let's Play of Twilight Princess HD after that, but still haven't gotten around to it. I don't even own it yet, which is probably a bad thing. I probably need to buy it as soon as possible, because how it's going to work is, it's going to start off being expensive as a new game, then it's going to drop in price a little bit, and then it's going to ascend in price as it becomes a collector's item, because I don't think that there are many versions of it out there, because it's a fucking Wii U game that came out in, like, what, 2016? Towards the end of the Wii U's lifespan. Like, one of the last games on Wii U, probably. So, yeah, I do need to snap it up quickly before it gets expensive as a collector's item. No! Shit! I didn't mean to target you. I wanted to do my backflipping. Oh, it was Tattle that you went with. By Blood-Stained Ritual of the Night, it will become very rare one of these days. Okay. I'll make a note of that. I'll open up a tab on my phone. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. It's not like many people are going to watch this either, so there you go. Oh, it's a Switch game. Should I wait a little bit for the price to drop? Because this is a fairly new game. When was this released? 2019, this year, shit. Well. Oh, Sega Saturn Symphony of the Night. Is that actually rare? Oh, fuck off! Shit! I don't want to target you! Fuck! I can't, like, not target. I think that's an option. I think I can set it to target the next enemy or turn off target, but anyway, it's fucking annoying. I need these recovery hearts at this point. I've wasted so much time just doing things that are not the objective because I keep getting sidetracked. Generally by my own stupidity. So 15 to 20 US dollar mark. Yeah, that's pretty fair. You don't have to worry about converting it to Australian dollars because that always fluctuates, but generally the conversion's fucking rough. It was really bad last year, it's probably worse now, but yeah, I generally try to avoid doing conversions when making purchases. Because the US dollar is just terrible when going with Australian dollars, but it's pretty good with the British pound. It's better than it was in the past. For me, anyway, not for not for the guys in the UK. So great to purchase from the UK because they have such cheap shipping, oftentimes free, because of course it is whatever the word is. I'm trying to, you know, funded by the government, whatever that word is. I'm drawing a blank here, but yeah, it's very good. I can't believe I have to do this shit again. This is just absolutely ridiculous. I have to move this block back into its position, all because I fell down in that one room. That was just terrible. I'm sure that's happened to many other people. I'll have to be very careful next time. Well, if you enjoyed Bloodstained Ritual, then I might enjoy it too. I have a Switch, I may as well play it. And if it becomes rare, I can thank you for high resale value, because I don't know if, I mean, this is the thing, I would have to make some decision on whether I would want to sell it or keep it for sentimental reasons. Because I like to keep things, you know. But maybe it would be worth selling later, I don't know. I suppose it depends if I like it or not. If I really enjoyed the game, then maybe I wouldn't want to sell it. Stop it, mate. Alright, where are you? Hold on. Okay, we'll use that to look at where are we going, okay. I'll just throw it. That went way too far. Let's drop it there, okay. I can't believe I have to do all of this shit again. Such a waste of time. But if we can get the Forest Temple finished in this recording, as well as the entirety of the Fire Temple, then I'd say we'll be doing quite well. Because we're 7 parts into this livestream series, and we're only at the Fire Temple, which is kind of crazy. It's because most of these recordings have been rather short, so... Yeah, oh god. I actually rolled into that completely. Like, that was not the boulder's fault at all. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the 3D graphics. I haven't played too many of the 3D Castlevania games. I've played Castlevania 64 and Castlevania Legacy of Darkness. I did get, which is actually becoming a rare item as well. Curse of Darkness. Which is, again, backwards, sorry. But yeah. That's becoming fairly collectible. PAL as well, obviously. But, yeah. I do plan to play it. I haven't actually played it yet. So... I'm going through here much more slowly than I did the first time I went across here, I have to tell you. But yeah, Curse of Darkness seems kind of alright. One of my viewers really likes it. In spite of the fact that everyone else seems to hate it, so... We'll see. Definitely not a fan of 3D Castlevanias generally, but they might be alright. The first one that I ever played actually... No, apart from... So the first one I played was Castlevania 64. And then I played, I think, the demo of Lords of Shadow back when that came out. Whenever that would have been, 2010, 2011. And it just... it wasn't Castlevania to me at that time. So, yeah, I wasn't a fan. Oh, sorry. So I think I got the key that I needed for that room that I was just in. So let's go to that. Well, how do we get to that? I'll work it out. You semi-enjoyed all the 3D Vanias? Hold on, I'll read the rest of that in a moment. I want to try and get to this. Can I jump on that? Looks like I can. Cool. They're just not as great as the 2D games, yeah. I'm really eager to get the original Symphony of the Night, just so that I can really have a memory card with some 201% saves or whatever on it. Because it doesn't really mean much to me to play on the 360 version, for example, which I did my Let's Play on. I did a Let's Play of Symphony of the Night back in 2016. And that was on the Xbox 360 version of the game. It's good for recording because it looks as good as it can be, pretty much. Between that and emulating, it doesn't get much better on the graphics side of things. But it doesn't really feel special to have saves on my Xbox 360 for Symphony of the Night. If I can have it on my PS2, on a PS1 memory card, feels a bit better, so... Symphony of the Night is just easily one of the best games of all time. Just incredible. 1997. And I picked that game up in the year of 1997. And I were old enough. That thing would have blown my fucking mind. It's an amazing game. Anyway. It's actually one of those games that, much like... A Link to the Past, just is timeless. What do you want? Fuck. Anyway. Do we want to drop down there? Oh, there's nothing in there. I thought it was this big drop, but no. Alright, let's see if we can work out what the hell we're doing in this room. I vaguely remember having issues in this room in the past, not really knowing what I needed to do. Hopefully I can work that out. These are the firewall, not digital firewall, but physical firewall. Wall of fire. The walls of fire. There we go. That's less confusing. And there we go. Stop that. Ugh. I didn't know that there was a PSP version of Symphony of the Night. I knew that there was Castlevania Dracula X Chronicles, which might be what you're referring to. Which, interestingly enough, if you watch from my Monster Hunter content, which I guess you would based on your name, very interestingly enough, was the game that encouraged me to buy a PSP, which, in the end, didn't end up getting played by me, because I went and discovered the Monster Hunter series, and went and played Monster Hunter instead, because around that time, Freedom Unite was coming out, so I went and got Freedom Unite, played that, and I never ended up getting Dracula X Chronicles. So, the story of Castlevania, in a way, for me, personally, is that it was the game series that preceded my two favourite game series of this decade, pretty much, Monster Hunter and the Souls series, because I started Monster Hunter and Souls in the same year, 2009. But I haven't really properly touched on Castlevania since then. So it's been a long time. And I'm really wanting to start. I suppose it will be like a new decade's resolution. When I start in 2020, I think it's going to be a journey backwards in time, back to the Castlevania series, and just re-experience that, you know? Like, I remember when I used to play Castlevania, I hated Circle of the Moon, but because it's been like 10 years since I've played Circle of the Moon, I'd like to go back and try it and see if I still hate it and maybe get good at it, because there was something about Circle of the Moon, it just bothered me. I just couldn't really play it so well, and yeah. But I just love to get back into Castlevania. I probably suck at it now, to be honest. Oh, that's right, there's this door here can be... oh shit. Boulders on both sides. Probably going to get hit by the other one now. Ooh, managed to avoid it. Now let's bomb this. We'll see if anything happens as a result of this. I don't think anything ended up happening. But yeah. Ah, I didn't know Dracula X Chronicles had Symphony of the Night and Rondo of Blood. That's good to know. Actually, yeah, I vaguely remember that now. It was like it did have multiple games on it. I really wanted to play it not for those two, but instead for that more full-on 3D looking thing, which I'm still kind of interested in playing. I'll play it at some point. I will play it emulated though, because it just looks so much better than on the PSP when you emulate it. Where am I going? Oh, there's a door there. Is that where I entered from? I don't think it is. Oh shit. I'm getting annihilated by these boulders, I really am. Stop it! I'm trying to go around. Alright, is this the room that I entered from? No, it's not. Cool. So what's in here? A big chest with a compass, I would assume. But yeah, I'm kind of like a big Castlevania fan who hasn't played Castlevania in like 10 years, which is crazy. And there's no real good reason as to why I haven't. The last Castlevania game that I played was Order of Ecclesia, when it was new, pretty much. And that was kind of it, you know? And I loved the DS Castlevanias. It was just more Symphony of the Night, really, and that's exactly what I wanted, that Metroidvania experience. That's what I love. I'm not so much a fan of the original Castlevanias because I couldn't hack it. It was too hard for me. Like, that wasn't my generation of games. It's just too much. But I would like to try it again. I'd like to try and play those games. That's a room that I haven't yet accessed. Alright, let's just go there. I know where I'm going now. Couldn't see that room from where I was before. But yeah, the original Castlevanias, I'm not exactly going to play Simon's Quest, but I might play the originals, you know. Can I even get over to that sign? Doesn't look like I can. Shit, how do I get there? I guess it's not letting me, is it? On. Because, yeah, look at that. That's fucking rude. Okay, let's actually stop taking damage. This is just ridiculous. Yeah, I've played Aria of Sorrow. Still haven't played Bloodlines, actually. Was Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest, or was Simon's Quest a spin-off of sorts? Or just a game on its own? All of those traditional SNES Castlevanias are just, like, a bit too much for me, though. They were when I was younger, at least. Maybe I'm a little bit better now. It's funny because my sweet period was during this decade, where I wasn't so young that games were difficult, but I was at the right age to have quick reflexes and such, and probably be generally better at games. But now I'm sort of, oh shit. I don't even know where I'm going anymore, I'm so confused. Can I get onto the top of this thing? But yeah, point is, I'm starting to get towards the end of that. But fuck it, I really want to try and get good at the old Castlevania games. You prefer the hardcore platformers? I'd say that's your generation, though. It's lost on me. I'm too much of a softie. Or maybe you're the NES generation, and so you might have been in your teens by the time those came out, which is A-okay. Shit. I do not know how to continue, because there are bars on that door, so getting to that door does not necessarily help me, right? Am I getting bad game performance? It looked like I was losing frames there. Okay, what's going on here, Navi? Do you want me to bomb this? Like, what do you want? Seriously. I've put a bomb right where you were targeting. What do you have to say? You can see down from here. Isn't that the room where we saw Darunia? What does that mean? Oh, right, so you can unlock a shortcut. That's good to know. But I don't know how to do that. Do we drop a bomb in here? I don't know. I'm running out of options. That's the point. Okay, that did not help. Look how many hearts I've lost in this room. Oh, oh, okay. I had it in my head that you were, well, when you said that you remember Symphony of the Night being like $20 new and sealed, maybe I haven't been keeping track. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Well, you had me for, like, some 30-year-old guy. Good to know. Anyway. Bloody hell. I don't know how to continue. I'm lost. I don't necessarily want to check my, my 2015 Let's Play, but I guess I will have to do that. Let's go have a look. 2012? You saw that? Okay. Shit, I really missed the boat. I've found that a lot of times. Like, I've chosen the worst possible times in history, we'll say, to get these games, because they shoot up in price right as I want to buy them. It's like, shit. I didn't miss the boat with some games, but with others, like, for example, Symphony of the Night, I completely missed that one. Where the hell is my Let's Play So we'll try part 22. I'm just going to watch it and see if I can get some sort of hint as to what to do through watching that. It's easier than finding some sort of walkthrough, you know, to be honest. Part 22 is just a black screen. What is going on? Okay, so part 22, for some reason, maybe there's like some sort of vocal introduction, but it's like 30 seconds of silence. Oh my god, it looks so good on GameCube. It's like in fast motion. I'm so used to the 50 Hz. Oh my god, it's like a different game. It's actually like fast motion. It's blowing my mind right now. It's so funny because at the start of part 22, as I'm watching this, I wish I could share this with you. I mean, I could, but it's a bit of a mess. Yeah. It's so clear and beautiful and yummy. I'm just watching myself play the GameCube version, which I recorded back in 2015, and I'm in the very room that I'm in right now. And everything looks like it's in actual fast motion, because it's 60 Hz, and I'm now getting molested by a something or other. So I ended up in some room. How did I get in there? How did I get through that? Okay, so I'm just going to watch myself go through those walls of fire that I couldn't seem to work out how to pass. So we'll see how I manage to do it. So I'm going from... Damn it. Okay. So I think... I did go through a room that had a lock on the door, didn't I? Or did I not? Excuse me. I do apologise that I need to do this, by the way. It's incredible when you get used to 50 Hz because seriously, 60 Hz just looks like the game's been sped up. Straight up been sped up. So, it's very weird. Where is that? I see. Okay. That's interesting. So I think I just worked out something. Again, I apologise. Dick Van Ballsack. On Twitch says, I used to hate Oblivion, then I fell in love with it when I went back to it. I don't know when he said this, I guess I completely missed it. A name like Dick Van Ballsack is not necessarily better than Dick Van Dyke, because we all know that Dyke is not the best word in the world. Because I think of Dick Van Dyke, of course, but... Anyway. By the way, in Australia, TVs with SCART/RGB input shouldn't be too hard to come by, and that would give you the crispest highest res output of your systems. But SCART converters and cables can be pricey. Okay. And that would also work with my capture card, wouldn't it? I really don't know about those sorts of things. But anyway, it seems that what I need to do, if I can work this out... Yes, I've worked this out now, because I did watch myself play it 4 years ago. And apparently I knew what I was doing back then, but now I've got no fucking idea. No, not there. How have I gotten so much worse at this game? I've got no idea. Oh, shit. So how did I... Well, that's weird. I somehow ended up... Oh, I see. So I came out through that door somehow. I need to work out how I got there. Because that's where I was watching from. Okay, let's try and get into that room somehow. I don't know how we're going to do that. Of course I'm going to wait until I have a fairy to heal me from this. Maybe I need to go and try and get into a door through here somewhere. I don't know. We'll work it out. Anyway. Ah, I see. So I need to find a key somewhere. That's step 1. So step 1, find a key. Step 2, go through that door. Step 3, get to the other side. step, was up to step 3 or 4. Anyway, regardless, we want to actually climb one of those things to jump over one of the firewalls, or walls of fire, as I've been saying, to try and make it less confusing. And then I can, at that point, hit a switch, which will give me access to the next thing. But right now I need a key, and I don't know where that is. So that is going to be the first thing. It is a little complicated to set up a capture card with it, but the YouTube channel My Life in Gaming has an easy to follow in-depth guide to getting into SCART/RGB. Yeah, so everything here, like, I don't really play games for my own leisure on my TV anymore. Any games that I play for leisure are on PC. I guess that's not going to be so much the case for Symphony of the Night when I get that, because I've already done a Let's Play of that. I don't know if I want to do a live stream playthrough of it. That might be going a bit far. But, yeah, the point is that pretty much everything that's going to be on my TV is something I'm going to be recording, whether it be for a Let's Play or for a live stream playthrough. So being able to get a certain level of quality when using my capture card as a pass-through device is really important, so yeah. Okay, now I have to look at this video of me playing this game to work out how I got a key. And that's not going to be in part 22, that's going to be in part 21. So let's have a look. I was so much more productive. Probably because everything's in fast motion. It's so funny because I thought that my recordings of Ocarina of Time look like garbage. But this actually looks incredible compared to this Nintendo 64 version that I'm playing right now, I have to say. It makes sense that it would look a lot better on the GameCube as opposed to the Nintendo 64, but still, this is like on another level. It's not as good as emulator, of course, but it's still like pretty solid. Because it still has that I don't know, analog feel to it. I don't know if analog is the word that I'm looking for. Yeah, analog video. That analog video look. But it's which is what I like. It has a sense of authenticity to it. That's why I don't like emulating so much, because you lose that charm of analog video, but yeah. I'm just watching myself play through this area from the start, because if I don't, I'm not going to be able to work out how to continue. I'm actually going to pause here just so you don't have to listen to the stupid blinking sound anymore, because that's really annoying. What am I doing in this? Okay, so I've already... Oh no, I had 2 keys. Oh, this is not good at all. So I had 2 keys before I actually got into there. Shit. This is not good at all. This is not a good start. I play on a flat screen, so I don't play on a CRT at the moment. Used to have a CRT, but got rid of that 11 years ago. So I've been using the same TV for quite some time now. Does the job. So I do have the map and compass now, so I really should make use of it to try and get some chests. And I need to try and enter this room with a key, because if I don't enter this room with a key, we're not going to be able to do anything. Because in my Let's Play, I already had a key when I came in here, and I think I used one to get into whatever door got me in this place. So let's go through here. And see if we can find any chests in this direction. Now that we do have the map and compass, I think that will be easier to do. So let's have a look. Where are we? Okay, so I think we're heading... Yeah. Is that right? No. Shit. So we're missing chests in floor 5, but we haven't been in floor 5 yet. There's 2 chests in 1F. Alright. So, by the looks of it, we want to head over here, if I'm reading that map correctly. I was talking about analog video in the sense of like what I was recording as a finished product with my Let's Play back in 2015, because I was recording off my my Wii, which was kind of emulating a GameCube game at that point, which was the GameCube version of Ocarina of Time. So it's just, you know, I prefer that look to that of whatever I would get from emulating. Okay, so there's a switch over there that I might be able to press and do something with. There is a chest in this room that might have a key in it. And if it does have a key in it, then we... Ooh, does that have a chest in that room? Probably. Because so far, every single time we have got... Oh, shit. Well, that's alright. I'm planning on using a fairy to revive and get my health back anyway. But, yeah, what's happened so far is every single time we've... Well, not every single time, but the vast majority of times we rescue a Goron, we get a key. So I think that that's what's going to be happening. Give me some healing. Thank you. I do still play on Hunsterverse from time to time. It's just that I do everything in cycles, you see. Like, I always have some games that I play, some games that I don't. At the moment, I'm playing Dark Souls 3 a lot. So, yeah. But once I'm in the mood to play a bit of Unite and Portable Third, I'll be back on Hunsterverse. I wish that people played 4 Ultimate more on Hunsterverse, but they don't really. Because most of those people don't want to go through all the trouble of getting 4U up and running. But there's a few people playing Double Cross. How's the lighting going, by the way? Maybe I could make a change to it. I look a little pale. I'll just fix the white balance a little bit. There we go, it's a little better. Okay. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? I'll tell you a secret for saving me. I've got these frickin' breakouts right here. It's very bothersome, and the reason why is because I had whatever they're called, Indomie mee goreng, fucking chicken flavoring, right? Not by itself, of course, with the noodles, but my body doesn't enjoy that a lot, so I get breakouts as a result. It's really annoying. But anyway, it's just one of those things. Normally I wouldn't say that, because what happens is it draws attention to it, but then I thought, well, it's so fucking obvious that I may as well just mention it. But yeah, if you find a place that you can see on the map but can't reach, try playing your Ocarina. Okay, will do. I got the key that I needed now, so we can sort of progress, hopefully. 4U was the first time you G-ranked in a Monster Hunter. Fair enough. My first was Freedom Unite, but okay, so I got to high rank in Try before I got to G rank in Freedom Unite. And it was during the same year of 2010. But, yeah, that was all solo in Unite. And it was fucking rough. It was not a fun experience. Soloing to G rank, and then completing G rank, essentially, solo. I can't remember if I killed a Carlos or not. I think I got to... I can't remember now. I lost that save, unfortunately, which was quite devastating because of how much time I'd put into it to get to that point, but yeah. Let's go through here, maybe. Oh no, that's where we... Never mind. I was misplaced. Let's continue... Shit. So I need to find that door so I can... oh, I think it's over here. Where is it? I've lost my way. Here we go. That's where I was looking for. If I can solo Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, I can destroy OG Vania. It took a lot of me smashing my head against a wall. I can tell you that much. But I agree. If I have the tenacity to get through Freedom Unite solo, I can do the same with OG Vania for sure. Just needed to put the... Don't you dare! That was so fucking close. I probably would have screamed had I fallen down there again. I can't possibly afford to waste that much time at this point. Fuck me. The reason why is because it's kind of difficult to control a character with the Nintendo 64 analog stick. It's just rough. But anyway. Alright, let's go. Yeah, I definitely just need to put the time into old Castlevania. It's just the whole, like, doing everything in one run. Like, that doesn't really appeal to me. I don't enjoy that as much. Anyway. It's a lot more cozy to be playing Symphony of the Night and just, you know, you can do everything as you like. You don't have to worry. Like, if you die, you go to your last save. That's nice. I'm not in the right place, am I? No. I thought that was the... I thought that was where I wanted to be. Obviously not. Where am I? I'm lost, help. We want to go into that door over there. What is going on? Oh. Didn't know what was happening. I thought maybe... I thought someone was going to come out of nowhere and say, "How long is it going to take you to get through this fucking dungeon, you useless player?" That's what it felt like. Anyway. Alright. Did I say alright twice? It's like it's deja vu. It's when I was saying, what did I say? I can't even remember what I said repeatedly last time. But anyway, let's head to... I'm useless, I have to tell you. Today is not a commentary day. I have already mentioned this, but... I've decided to have this be the recording where I go for 3 hours in this game, of course. The recording where I can't speak English correctly. That's always great. Oh. I've got a little bit more of an edge to me thanks to the whiskey, but still. I mean, some would call it an edge, and others would call it a rounded curve. But anyway, if that makes any sense, which it doesn't. So we want to head through here, and now we're on the opposite side of that building, and we can at this point climb this thing. If we could, like, not burn alive, please. We want to... No! I didn't actually jump at that point. I got thrown off, but instead of Link flying off, he jumped off. I don't know why. That didn't achieve anything, really. I just did that for fun, I suppose. Alright, so now we can get the fuck out of here, and that's timed, man. Oh, of course it wouldn't be that way. I'll wait until I can hit the switch down again. Alright. Damn it. Alright. Let's get some hearts, shall we? Or bombs, that works too. It's perfectly fine. Oh god, that looked huge! I don't know if you guys were able to see that, I'm sure you could. But it looked like there was a giant black dragon coming after me at that moment, but it was actually just a Keese, just very, very close in the camera perspective. That was just crazy. Oh, no, 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 no! Stop that. Bomb it. What's that gonna do? Okay, that's given us access to this, which we can open, and I would almost guarantee this is the mini-boss. This has to be. What's going on? Oh, it's you! I remember you. Do I need to arrow you or what? That's a great... Arrow is now a verb. Do I throw bombs at you? Like, what do I do? I'm really confused. I don't know how to fight this thing, seriously. I guess it requires bombs, it must. Yeah, awesome. So it's bombs. What the fuck is this thing? I remember this. See how the, yeah, so you're right about the blood being censored. Damn it, I have a censored version of this game then. Shit. Because you could see that it was green. Damn. This dickhead's just running around. But yeah, so that means I have a censored version of the game, frustratingly, because I could see that there was all this green shit coming out of the gun. So that would mean that instead of being blood, it's whatever that is. Can you come over here and maybe get affected by my bomb, please? That'll explode on him. There we go. No, you don't. Why would they censor it that way? What's wrong with a bit of blood? It's not even high enough resolution to be offensive. Maybe it was high enough resolution in 1998 for it to be offensive. Oh, stop! I hate this boss. This is more annoying than the one in, whatever it was called, Jabba Jabba's Belly. That's my opportunity to hit him with a bomb. Yeah, that's a lot better. You just throw it at him. Use it as an impact. Hit him. It's so annoying. No, you don't. Stop that. Alright, I'll try and throw it at the enemy this time. Yeah, that is a lot better. How many hits does it take to kill you exactly? How can you be so strong? You're just this little midget in a... It looks like a big shirt or something that he can't actually get on. A big t-shirt. Can you just die? What is the deal with you exactly? I don't understand. Now you're green for some reason. Holy shit. Hopefully there's nothing special that I need to do with him. Because I feel like I've hit him so many times. Maybe an arrow will do it. I mean, this is a lot of times to hit this boss. I must be doing something wrong. Don't climb! What are you doing, Link? Fuck me. Oh, is it finally dead? Jesus, that was terrible. That really took a long time. Oh no, well Game Boy Advance I understand, because Game Boy Advance was sort of like a lower age demographic, so that I can sort of understand. All of those portable devices generally had a lower age demographic because it was a cheaper gaming device, so it was expected that, you know, if a parent's going to buy a kid something to game with when they're little, it would be something like a Game Boy Advance. So, and that wasn't just a theory, that was actually how it was. So that kind of made sense that they did that for Doom. I still think it's ridiculous. I mean, Doom? You're really gonna censor the blood in Doom? Anyway. I don't really agree with the mindset that goes along with censorship, but I think people need a little bit of a taste of reality. Not to the extent where they need to be faced with torture scenes in Grand Theft Auto 5, but, you know, a little bit of blood's not going to hurt anyone. Let's be serious. I don't think it's good to be too desensitized. You know, I had the friend of mine who I got into the Soul series back in 2012, his little brother was playing Grand Theft Auto at age 4. Now, that's not okay. That level of desensitization to violence and death and sex, maybe, I never really played Grand Theft Auto, but I'd say there's a bit of sexual content in there too. Like, to desensitize a kid at that age to that sort of thing, I don't think is good. I don't know, look, I haven't really done any studies, admittedly, but that has to affect that kid in some way. This is not going to be good. I'm having to do this with my Nintendo 64 analog stick. Let's everyone appreciate the fact that I'm doing this with a Nintendo 64 analog stick for just a moment. And I managed to do it. I'm surprised you had to pay more for the Game Boy Advanced version of Doom than for the PlayStation 1. Fucking hell. So very interestingly, we actually didn't get the Megaton Hammer in the room with the mini-boss. We had to actually do this extra task to get it. And I think I saw something that needed to be hammered down before. It was a bit of a pillar of sorts. I'm probably going to end up using another fairy in this dungeon before I'm through. Here we go. Let's go and equip the hammer. The Megaton Hammer. There was one Zelda game that I was playing where oh, that's right, I think it was the, yeah, it was Four Souls Adventures. I was doing a Let's Play for that back in 2017, and I kept on calling the hammer the Megaton Hammer, and I had to get out of the habit of saying Megaton Hammer, and had to keep telling myself, no, call it the hammer, it's not the Megaton Hammer. It's just the hammer, Doomlink. And so now I'm probably no longer able to say Megaton Hammer because I've gotten in the habit of forcing myself to say hammer instead of that. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll be able to switch back into saying Megaton Hammer fairly easily. I don't know. What's down there? I don't even know what's in this room. Oh, that's where I came from before. I'm being an idiot, sorry. My sense of where I am is not amazing, to be honest. So, I guess we want to head down here. Where are we going? Not very far down by the looks of it. I really had it in my head that it was going to fall a lot further than that. There we go. I'll destroy this too. I love how it shrinks into nothing. That's what happens when you hammer something, guys. The metal halberd. Oh, that's funny. The metal halberd. Look at it. It's the smallest halberd I've ever seen. No, that's fair enough. Yeah, you've made me feel a lot better with that story, I can tell you that much. Alright, so let's hit this thing. We've gone and created stairs by doing that. Holy shit. This is a megaton hammer. It's definitely mega. I'm not going to deny that. Now, this is usually something that we need to hold down. I've decided that any blue switches that we find are switches that need to be held down, but maybe if we hit it with the hammer... Or not? Am I going to be thwarted in my theory? Or is my theory going to be destroyed? No, so I was right. We need to hold this down with something. And I think it might be up here at the top. But that's bizarre. Maybe we do need to hammer it down, hold on. Maybe I just was on the wrong angle. What's going on? Actually got some recoil on that one. Oh, shitballs. That was really strange. We were stepping on it, but it looked like it... Now, if you look directly down, it actually looks convex. That's fucking confusing. Maybe it is, actually. I don't know. Alright, how do we hold that down? Anyway. I've got no idea how we're going to hold that down, but I suppose I have to go and look. We're not going to solve this puzzle unless we actually give it a try. That much is obvious. Now, what's going on here? Nothing in that spot. Oh. Shit. It is always annoying when you get to something and you're just like, I'm not sure how to actually continue. Because that is a switch that needs to be held down. And I can't exactly play that song from Majora's Mask where I create a statue of myself. The Link statue, by the way, being very creepy. Excuse me. But yeah, fuck. I don't exactly know what we're doing here, to be honest. You think I can push that pillar? I would hope so. That's what I thought initially, but it doesn't look like I can. I was thinking maybe I could also interact with this in some way, because, you know, that same design has been present on blocks that have been movable in the past. Didn't they say that I needed to play the Ocarina or something? What did that Goron say? He said something like if you could see a way that you could go, but you couldn't get there, then play the Ocarina. We could try playing the Song of Time. That would be dumb, but we could try. Dropping a bomb on it. Don't think so. Bombs generally don't operate in that way. I could try. It's always good to try things, I agree. Because if you actually happen upon the idea that is going to work, and you decide, oh no, it couldn't be that, then you've got no hope of actually succeeding in the puzzle, obviously. It's good to just try everything. Maybe bomb this, is what you meant. Or should I... Like, because I tried to hit this with the hammer before, it didn't do anything. Yeah, no. So we'll try and bomb it. Nope. Shit. Do I have to go and, alright. Let's use the trusty old Let's Play of mine. That no longer exists on YouTube, but there is a compilation of it. Here we go. It's so funny, I ended up going into a new part, part 22, and I skipped right to the perfect point where I'm at this. And I can see that I'm trying to hit it with the Megaton hammer back then as well. My thinking has not changed at all. I continue to hit it, wondering, why is it not working? Alright, let's see what I ended up doing. Ooh. Looks like I'm hitting the little pillar thing with the hammer. I'm going back into that room that I came from, seemingly haven't given up. Ah! I see the problem. I'm stupid. So, it's not that I'm stupid. No, I've worked it out. When I first entered this room, there were some boxes sitting here, and I destroyed them. We just need those boxes to respawn. That's what we need. It feels so much better to look back at a previous Let's Play that I've done, as opposed to looking at some walkthrough. It's almost like... it's self-serving at that point. I don't have to look anywhere else. I can just look at my own walkthrough, you know. It's quite funny in that way. I'm helping myself in the future without knowing it. So here we go. That's so annoying, I know. Because I was breaking those boxes thinking that something was going to be inside them. But no, that's not how that worked. Not at all. Alrighty. Now, we have yet to actually receive the boss key, so hopefully we can get to that fairly soon. Where are we? We're in this room. Aha, this place. Listen! This switch looks rusted. No shit. I hate Navi, I really do. Anyway. Like, I could have used your fucking advice long before this point, and you give it to me then, at a time when I'm actually not confused at all. Stupid fairy. Anyway. Let's head into this room. Oh yeah. I think I know where this is. Either way, we need to play the Song of Time. Can I make it? Okay. That really looks like I can't make it, but it manages to get me onto the other side regardless. Song of Time. Every time I play the Song of Time, I just feel like I really want to play Majora's Mask. I don't know when I'll get around to doing that though. Let me fix the lighting a little bit. Should be a little better. Yep. Of course, because I do mostly use natural lighting, because natural lighting is, of course, bound to change over time, I do need to make adjustments from time to time. Oh, another rusted switch. Oh. So he is in the... Alright, cool. And there's another block. There's another chest. Probably with a key in it. Yep. What do you have to say for yourself? Yes, you're free to go. What do you have to say for me? Or what secret do you have to tell me? Odora is hidden inside the statue at the entrance to this temple. Is that right? But the Goron's special crop won't work on it. I do have something stronger. Alright, good to know. The statue at the beginning of the temple has a door in it. Yes, I do remember having a look at that, and I was going, oh, what the fuck? It has a door with a lock on it. Awesome. Okay. I'm just going to get a quick drink of water. Because all this talking does result in a little bit of a dry and parched throat. Okay. So, what we want to do right now is return to that first room, I suppose. Yeah, that must be what we want to do. Now, I remember that we did unlock that shortcut, didn't we? Did we want to go there? Okay, we wanted to go to the other side. Because we'll get back into that room with the boss door where we met Darunia, as Navi said. So, yeah, okay. So now that we're here... Actually, no, that's not really where I want to be either, but that's fine. Let's just go this way then. Ooh. Come on. Alrighty. No, not through there. I had it in my head for sure that that was going to be fine, but no, obviously not. Alright. So if we drop down here, this will take us into the original room that we were in. We didn't take any damage, of course, because that would just be inconvenient now, wouldn't it? I've not played a ton of Demon Souls, but want to get into it. I'm coming from Dark Souls. Do you have any advice? I think you won't have a single problem, because Demon Souls is not that hard. People think that it's hard, and even I, at a time, thought that it was harder, because every single time you die, the world tendency goes down, and you can't fix that unless you kill the boss, and world tendency goes down, and the enemies get harder, but that only happens if you return to the Nexus in that time, which you would generally only do if you ran out of grass or something to heal with. My recommendation would be to get used to playing the first Dark Souls as much as possible, because... So... The game with the most different mechanics to all of them is Dark Souls 2, then you've got Dark Souls 3, then you've got the first Dark Souls, then you've got Demon Souls. It goes in that order. So if you really want to be well prepared for Demon Souls, then just be used to Dark Souls 1. If you're already used to Dark Souls 1, then there's not really anything you need to prepare for. it's essentially a slightly more primitive version of the first Dark Souls in terms of animations. In terms of the combat, it's just a slightly snappier version. Both Demon Souls and Dark Souls are very snappy animation-wise. All animations are fast and quick to the point, and you get everything done very quickly in that way. Whereas like Dark Souls 2 is very slow and meandering, and Dark Souls 3 is very cinematic, and the animations are crazy in Dark Souls 3. It feels like I'm in a movie, you know. That's what I mean by cinematic. So it's not like that with the first two games. It's very quick and to the point. So if you're used to the first Dark Souls, I think you're pretty much ready for Demon Souls. It's not going to give you too much trouble. The only thing is just learning the areas, and that's the natural trial and error of Souls, you know. You make a mistake, you learn from that mistake, and you continue on, and you don't have the problem a second time, or maybe you do have the problem a second time, but the point is, each time you fail, you'll learn something new, and you'll be able to continue like that. So I think as long as you know what you're doing with the older games and the more snappier combat and simpler animations, then I think you're fine. It's really not too hard. I'd say there are certain moments in Dark Souls 3 that are harder, and I'd say that Dark Souls 2 is probably the hardest of the Souls games simply because of how it's designed. It's designed to be the hardest Souls game, and not in a clever way. But anyway. Yeah, if you listen to my playthrough, I'd appreciate that. Because, for the sake of conversation, I do always give tips and advice. Often with each playthrough that I do, each build, I sort of parrot myself and repeat things that I've said in the past, because again, it's a good point of conversation. If I'm just looking for something to talk about, then I'll just say, oh, by the way, do this here, or it's better to do this here, or it can be difficult if you do it this way, it's better to do it this way. I just do that just for something to talk about, so I'd say you'd be able to get something out of it as someone who hasn't played Demon Souls before. The replayability of Demon Souls is nowhere near as strong as the first Dark Souls, or really any of the Souls games after it, simply because it is shorter. But as a first-time playthrough, and for the first maybe 3 times you play through it, I think there's a lot of fun to be had in Demon Souls, so I would definitely recommend you pick it up and play it. And if you're planning on doing that fairly soon, then prepare to enjoy yourself. It's a good time. I entered through that room, yes. I do have the compass, I can see that. Fortunately. Or is it the map that tells me that? I don't know. Oh, it's a like-like, just as I was saying before that I haven't encountered a like-like before in this game. So this is a tile room. I need to try and not let these things hit us, because if I know anything about tile rooms, these tiles fucking hurt. I'm not having my shield stolen by you, sir. It is not happening. I think I can kill you with arrows. No, apparently not. So the key is just to not let him suck at the wrong time. He's such a... like, the like-likes are just terrible. I love how I said like the like-likes. But like-likes are terrible because... like, not just in how they are as enemies, but also how they look. They're a big blob of nothing. They look ridiculous with these graphics, I have to say. Mm. You found a copy of Demon Souls? Am I seriously finding another one of these? What the fuck? I don't... oh, maybe I can Megaton Hammer him. Aha. It's easy with the Megaton Hammer. That makes sense. I'm pretty unimpressed that I have to fight you with a sword again, but yeah. I have so many different versions of Demon Souls, including the US Atlas version. But, yeah, I'm surprised it's difficult. I'm sure that if you were to try and go into a physical game store and look for it, it would be hard to find. And I don't know if a retro game store would deal in games that are from 2009, although maybe 2009 is now old enough to be retro, which is kind of disturbing to think about, but anyway. No comment. I don't think that's old enough to be retro. I think you have to be at least 20 years old to be retro, come on. And I don't like the word vintage being thrown around stupidly either. The word vintage, I mean that... Anyway. I don't really hear the word vintage being used too much. I mean, it's never used to refer to games, that's for sure. Retro is the word. I mean, retro and vintage are essentially the same word, just different sort of colloquialisms, but... Or maybe they're not even... No, I guess retro is the colloquialism, if anything, and vintage is the correct word, but I never hear the word vintage being used in a gaming context. But, just generally, the word vintage should probably be used, for things that are over 40 or 50 years old, I think. Probably over 50. I think the word... When, like, let's say vintage cars. I consider vintage cars to be... Nowadays, let's say anything from the 60s and before. Maybe the 70s. Maybe. So again, it's like 40 or 50 years. But anyway. Alrighty. That is a dead mini-boss that I'm having to fight again for some reason. I don't know. I can't imagine you have too many games from 1977. I can't imagine too many people purchase games from 1977. But maybe they do. $1977. Well, I guess that was Atari, wasn't it? I'm thinking of like Magnavox Odyssey. That was earlier 70s actually. That was like 71, 72 to the mid-70s, I think. I can't quite remember. I don't know, it looked like some fucking Navy technology, that's all I can say. Looks like Navy radar. Well, here we go. We now have our boss key, and we can go and take on the boss, and then that will be it for this frickin' recording, because I've been going for 3 hours and 17 minutes. It's good to have a long recording from time to time, but seriously. I didn't even see what he had to say. I'm too excited to fight the boss and get done with this shit. Really. We'll have one last whiskey for the road. And then, yeah. God, I'm halfway through this bottle already. I got it yesterday. No, I will admit that not all of that has gone inside of me. I lost about 1/10 of the bottle to my carpet. Because what happened was, I didn't have a proper... Like, the cork that came with this bottle crumbled, as I mentioned before, so I'm using this frickin' decanter thing. It's the only cork I have on hand at the moment. And I had it behind my chair last night. And I moved my chair back, and of course, it knocked the bottle on its side. And so I look back, and I've got whiskey pouring all over, and I'm going, oh, end my life, please. So that was a fun time. So that's why I've gone through half of the bottle in less than 24 hours. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's right. My carpet is now drunk. Anyway. So, yeah, Atari 2600 is 1977. I couldn't remember the exact year, but... Yeah, that's good to know. My carpet is not of legal drinking age, actually. My carpet's only about 5 years old, so... I'll actually get arrested for that. Allowing my carpet to drink. Oh, that's funny. Alright, let's take on Volvagia. It's about time. I feel like I've spent a lot of time in this dungeon. And I think the reason why is because I've been playing like absolute garbage, but... And then also me getting lost half the time. But regardless. Again, once I finish the fire temple, before I do take on the water temple, I do plan to go and get the Big Goron sword. So do expect that in the next recording, me doing the Big Goron sword quest. That'll probably be the first thing that I take care of. Oh, look how slow that is. That was rough. That was actually frame dropping right there. My poor Nintendo 64 could not handle that. Oof. Don't come too close to the camera, Volvagia. That's 64 bits too many. Oof, look at those frame drops, holy dick. That's terrible. Again, because I'm not... This is the first time I've ever played this game on its original system. I'm not used to playing Nintendo 64 games and having performance issues. But, yeah. That's happening. Volvagia is a fairly straightforward fight. Can I hit the face from here? No, I can't really. Okay. Get away from him. Put it away. Put it away. You don't need it right now. I do love this theme, by the way. Here we go. Is it better to use the Megaton Hammer to hit Volvagia, or is it better to use the sword? I would say the Megaton Hammer would do about the same amount of damage as the Big Goron sword, but... Oh my god, look at that performance. Shit. Oh, well, there goes my health. That's alright, I have 2 fairies. I'm surprised that I didn't end up using 2 while in the dungeon. I was taking so much fucking damage. Anyway. Alright, now we need to watch for where Volvagia pops out. Is it a he or a her? Maybe it's not specified. I don't know. It's probably not specified. You only get 1 hit each time you hit that head. Of course, this is the precursor to the Helmarok King boss fight of Wind Waker. Ooh, look at that performance. This is with the expansion pack in, by the way. But I don't think that makes a difference, really. I mean, you would think that if you've got extra memory, the game would have to utilize that in some way, but it's obviously not enough. Oh, you fucking asshole. No, you don't. Why are you still alive? I will be very patient with you, sir. Or madam. I would say Volvagia is a rather feminine name, we'll say. But feminine names aren't always given to females. I think that's 2 hearts of health when I get hit by that. That's kind of terrible. Ow, I was right, 2 hearts of health. And there goes that. Let's try and not fail this. Even if we did, for example, this is only hypothetical because this is not going to happen. If we did somehow fail this, it wouldn't be a problem. We'd be able to go back to Kakariko, get all the fairies we needed, and then we would have access to the boss fairly immediately. Okay, is this going to be the kill? I do apologise for the background noise, by the way. This might be the kill next time. What if I fail this? What the fuck? That might actually happen. You never know. Oof, look at that performance. I'm just not used to seeing it. Like, the idea of these graphics not being able to be rendered in prompt fashion is just bizarre to me. Because in most of my lifetime, this has been very easy to run on a graphical level. Thank you. Alrighty. That is a dead Volvagia. And of course, he/she/it needs to fly around a little bit first. Just for an epic death, you know. Yeah, I get it. Actually turns into a skeleton. Oh, that's too violent. Too violent. I mean, imagine showing, like, the skeleton, but not a bit of blood. Like... I missed the heart container. Shit. God damn it. Now I have to go back. Bloody hell. Anyway. Really? I'm back in Kakariko? For fuck's sake. That's so annoying. Oh, that guy's having a bad day. At least he didn't fall backwards off the fucking roof of the building. I'm really pissed that I missed the heart container, to be honest. That's really frustrating. Well, thanks for that. Catch you later, Maxter Hunter. I'm glad you really enjoyed the stream, and I actually haven't really noticed that you've been here for so long, but yeah, it's been 3 hours of you sitting in this live stream. Don't worry about talking so much, but yeah, I suppose it is really freaking late for you, so yeah, you have a good sleep, and thanks for joining me. Best thing about it is that you'll be able to re-experience this as much as you want, because this will be on my channel forever, but yeah, thanks for joining me. I'll catch you later. The wild Darunia turned out to be the great sage of fire. Well, there aren't really many other relevant people in your city who could have taken up the role. By the way, you have a very pointy nose. It's not very funny, no. Nothing has made me happier than helping you seal the evil here. From one pointy nose to the next. Hey brother, take this. This is a medallion that contains the power of the fire spirits and my friendship. Alrighty. What annoys me is that I have to go back and get the frickin' heart container from the boss room, but one good thing is that it's fairly easy to get to the boss room. That's what I was talking about when I was saying, if we fail, don't forget, now you and I are true brothers. Oh, my feels. I shouldn't say the word feels. I've never actually verbally said the word feels in my life, and for some reason I said it just then, so... Anyway. Well, the fun isn't over yet. We're going back in the dungeon. Imagine if we could have the option to do it all again. Imagine someone who wanted to do that. They had so much fun in the fire temple that they want to do it again. That would be kind of horrific, actually. Anyway. So back into the fire temple. We're not done yet. Frustratingly. We do need to go and see Volvagia. Or at least Volvagia's skeleton. And yeah. Through this big door. Then we'll go and grab the heart container, which fortunately doesn't despawn or anything like that. That would be terrible. Thank you very much. I really do need that heart container because apparently I have been taking a lot of damage and I suck or something like that. One of those two things. Both, actually. Not one of. Sorry for the background noise again. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this live stream. I've been going for 3 hours and 30 minutes. And yeah, we're back in the Death Mountain crater. I think I'm going to save right here. It's really been quite a mistake of mine to not save more often because, quite frankly, I have actually recorded a moment in which the game just froze randomly. So it can happen, so I should really be saving in case that happens again for some reason or another. And really, there's not much you can do once the game's frozen. You just have to reset, and that's it. Actually, not even the reset button worked when it froze. I had to turn it off and turn it back on. So, excuse me. So the point is, I really should try to save as much as possible. But anyway, I do thank you all for watching. And I'll see you when I'm next playing The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. It will be part 8. and I will be getting the Big Goron sword first and foremost, and then we will probably move on to the Water Temple, which I'm not really looking forward to, but anyway, we'll just have to see how that goes. I'll catch you all later. Bye-bye.